All right, bet. There we go. And we are live. What's happening, everybody? This is a special Monday episode. It is January 31st, man. The day after probably one of the greatest days of a lot of people's lives. Welcome. It's your boy Rick Rob and the 10 Cents Podcast crew. Before we get started, goddamn, should we just talk to the man of the hours of the day real quick? My goodness. First and foremost, Renee, I'm sorry, buddy, but I'm glad that you were there. Your Rams had to take that L. I'm sorry, Your 49ers had to take that L. Excuse me, my bad. Your 49ers had to take that L. But the Rams, man, shout out to y'all. Shout out to P. Somebody said earlier that the Rams didn't win yesterday. P did. P, how you feeling, man? You are clearly the most famous person in this crew now. Shit, this is your show.
Someone said something good earlier. I can't remember exactly what it was, but
Eddie and the Cruisers?
No, it was something about being a fan. I'm trending because I'm their biggest fan right now. Something I can't remember how. I think it was Katie or Jason who.
Yeah, you are the Rams' #1 fan. Yeah.
That's what it was.
I said, well, you're not even qualified to be your friend no more.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
right.
That's
We're
what it was. No,
qualified to
that's
be your
what it
friend.
was. Yeah, the face of the Ram fandom. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, that was great.
Great time. It's funny too. Eddie was talking shit about everyone that was up there with getting on TV because they had their face paint. He said, he ain't a fan. He just got his face painted, so he's a fan. Man, this guy get the picture of OBJ.
A real fan, but that's right. A real fan finally got it.
And goes viral.
Hey, real shit though. Eddie P, be real with it. Like, I know most of us probably feel this way, man. Fuck being famous until you are, right? Like until you show up on some TV and shit, then it's like, oh, okay, maybe this shit ain't half bad. My nigga, you was on Sports
or
the
grocery store. People don't recognize it.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Skip and Shannon, right?
You was on Skip and Shannon. You was on
Bleacher Report.
You was on SB Nation. Twitter was trending up. KD said it. What? Google. Oh boy, OBJ, and there goes P right there.
Right on the first. You know what, Jamal? Right, you have to make that an NFT, man.
I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that. Yeah. It was a good time. And you know what, though? I have to thank Renee for that because he's the one that was like, hey, spotted him, was calling him over. Like I said, I was hammered. I was barely holding on at that point.
Eddie was head face down like this.
Yeah.
OBJ was everybody
like,
shaking people's hands. And even though I was a Niner fan, I was like, yo, I'm going to snatch this fool's arm and I'm going to hold on to him. So as soon as he came by, I like gripped him. You know how you do
Yeah.
And he was trying to let go. I was like, Eddie, wake up! Look up! I was shaking it, man. Finally, Eddie looked up and he was like, "Oh, like,
shit!" Yeah.
So I told OBJ, take a picture of my brother, man. Take a picture with him.
He even got your phone, right? He even got your phone to use it. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, you could grab my phone and use it. So I got to thank Renee for that. I got to thank Romero for inviting me, and the guy Frank for getting the suite. That was a good time. That was a great time.
Man. And real quick, two things.
And OBJ. I got to thank OBJ too.
Shout out to OBJ, our favorite football player of all
time.
time.
Shout out to OBJ for being a man of the people.
Yes, football player of all time.
For those that don't know,
OBJ.
Can one of y'all put the link or the links in the comments of the YouTube? That way everybody can be tapped into that in case you don't know. But most importantly, you're right. You said it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to OBJ and shout out to the Rams for doing work. Man, because what a game.
Hey, we already got somebody who S.211 already said, Eddie, world famous.
Yeah.
Nice. Hell yeah.
The most infamous.
Yeah.
The most infamous.
Yeah, as far as the game,
Nail-biter.
Man, I was nervous, especially once it hit the fourth quarter. I'm like, God damn it. We're down 10. It's saying it's not over, but it ain't looking good. And then everything at that point turned around. They just started rolling. The Niners couldn't score anymore, and things just started working out.
Should send a care package to Tart. Was he number 3 for the Niners?
When he dropped that interception.
Oh, yeah, that was bad.
The game was over.
That was like one of the easiest interceptions too to ever like
breadbasket. Like it dropped right in on
that was
and that thing went straight to his draw.
That was just
commentator. I think it was Aikman, right? He's like, I think there's something wrong with Stafford's arm because normally he puts that thing out there and this thing was short by a mile, and you're like,
oh, it could just be a bad throw. That shit happens.
No, I know.
The flip side of that was Ramsey had a chance on the other side too, and he dropped that one too. So I guess it's 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other, right?
Correct.
Yeah, but I definitely think
to a degree,
way better.
But when it's time to get clutch, right? That when Ramsey had that drop was earlier in the game. Like, we're in the fourth quarter. This is like a deciding moment right now. And you got,
he would have ended the game right there.
Yeah. Ramsey actually had to
hustle. No, Ramsey were up 3.
Ramsey's almost interception was towards the end of the game. We got it
towards the end of the game, but to KD's point, they were up 3. They would have just milked the clock.
Yeah, right. We just had to milk it. But that interception miss was we were lucky. If he would have caught it, we would have been fucked.
That's why he's a DB, not a receiver.
Hey,
that's why he plays defense.
He was a safety, no less.
I did not expect you to Kyler Murray us, bro. I did not expect you to Kyler Murray us for the last play, man.
Dude. I'll tell you this,
in my world.
I'll tell you this though, dude. I put it in our text chain. That last series that the Niners had, you had 100. You had a minute and 45 seconds when you guys had the ball, and the defensive line just overpowered the offensive line on every single play. Right. Like there was no time whatsoever for Jimmy G to try to do anything.
Yeah.
And I'm mad at Aaron Donald didn't get a sack. I put money on him.
I was about to say though, I don't think you guys could have seen it, but Aaron Donald, that possession before, he was on the sideline just in everybody's face. So I could tell he wanted it.
He was rallying
playing like he wanted it. Yeah,
he was. For sure.
Which is interesting because majority of that game looked like the 49ers wanted it way more than the Rams did. But
at the beginning,
especially the first half, it looked like, oh my God, this is gonna get a runaway. But then, to your point, Germ, you saw Aaron Donald on the sidelines, like rallying the entire squad, like had everybody getting hypey. And after that, between him and Von Miller and the whole D line, they just came after him and just would not stop. That motor never gave up. And as a matter of fact, then the other thing that I think that we were watching the game, it was like, yo, the dude should have just thrown an interception or taking a sack or something like that. I was like, for what?
Yeah, but then it would have been fourth down.
Right. And fourth down and like
fourth
200
down
miles.
But you have another shot. But you have another shot.
If you look at the play, that's really on the running back because the running back sort of tipped it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, he did what he could with that last play. I mean,
he just third down though. We were in 4 down territory. Right. Like, it didn't matter.
No, I know, but still, I still think by the time you would have gotten guys back to try to get a snap off, I mean,
that would have been a Dallas Cowboy error.
No, but I
think you still had a timeout left, so technically you could have taken a timeout.
Yeah, you would have threw it,
but still,
it'd been a dead ball. It'd been a dead ball if he dropped
that pitch ball.
Well, if he dropped it, yeah.
No, because we said
that's what we're gonna do, but lose 2 yards.
Exactly, that's exactly what I would just knock it down. Just knock it down.
It's a division game. They're gonna play. Everybody played tough. There was errors on both sides, but who impressed me on our end with the Rams was Blanton. That guy,
the tight end,
showed out.
He showed out.
They might need him now.
Well, that's really 2 weeks in a row for Blanton.
I was about to say, what happened with Higbee? Is it official? Is he gone?
No,
I think after seeing Blanton, he might be gone as a starter.
He's still big guy. He's silly.
But no, he's a big guy. He came up, he threw with some big first downs, and I mean, he looked like a beast. If he would have got some more thrown to him, he would.
That's 2 weeks in a row for him too, because he did well against Tampa the week.
Yeah, before, he had 5 receptions, 57 yards. He did.
But he's got the offense to do that, right? Because think about it, he started running down the seams. You got OBJ on one side, Cooper Kupp on the other. In that game, both those dudes have over 100 yards. As a matter of fact, I think Blanton almost had 100 yards too if he didn't. So like he has a free pass between Akers running the ball between tackles. Sir. You got we said what? 57. Right.
He had a great game though.
And you got OBJ on one side, you got Cooper Kupp on the other, and you got the threat of Akers running in the middle between tackles. Like if that kid just runs in the seams and runs like those little quick out routes, like he's gonna be eating all day.
Yep.
Hey, I deserve to lose, man. I walked in extra disrespectful. They were handing out.
I mean, that's every day. I mean, that's everywhere you go.
Hey, they were handing out ram tails. I grabbed them and tucked it in my shoe and just dragged it across the whole stadium, stepping on it, extra dirty. People were like, hey, you left your towels on the floor. I was like, nah, it belongs there. I was walking through.
You sealed their fate right then.
I walked in.
He walked into the stadium.
I'm not gonna lie.
Stupid shit, dude. Wiping his feet off.
Yeah, I was. I did all that.
Picking his nose.
So two quick things, and then I want to talk about Joe B. Cool. Actually, fuck that. Joe B. Super.
Joe B. Great.
Joe B. Excellent.
Joe B. Losing.
One on the Rams side. Rams. Can we put to bed the Matt Stafford slander?
Yes, if you have a super team with Cooper Kupp and OBJ.
Yeah, you know what? This is the second time.
But the knock on him is not that he's not a good quarterback. The knock on him is he's fragile, right? Not that fragile, but he's taking many hits. And he played tough.
Yeah, I don't think he was ever.
And he's a comeback king. Name how many games he probably has more comebacks than any active NFL.
Because the Lions team was really like the Lions team never even gave him like a like a mediocre team to play with. It was just like trash all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Other than
And
Calvin
Megatron.
Johnson.
The end. Exactly.
Other than Calvin Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
He's always good.
I would just like for it to die. I mean, I'm not necessarily a Rams fan, but I'm a fan of Stafford.
You love him.
And well, I don't love him, but I think that he's a really good quarterback. And I feel like it's really funny because every time I talk to a Rams fan, the very first thing that they mention is their distrust in Stafford. And I don't know, man.
Well, that was on here.
That was on here too, as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about. I mean, I talked to Rams
You
fans
did,
all over.
Eddie P.
Hey.
You had some distrust
you know what?
there when he was.
No,
taking
no.
Stafford
I've never
over
had
Sixes.
distrust.
How about that?
Look,
I
let me
would
tell
take
you.
Stafford.
Well,
over
okay,
Jimmy G
not mistrust,
any
but
day.
how about?
Yeah, I've never
how
had
about the-
distrust, but
How about
like,
the? You know,
he was pissing me off there for
Yeah.
a few games.
No,
That's
especially
really
with
all
the
I'm saying.
pick sixes and
And
Yeah.
somebody made a good point. They said Stafford is good when he's not hurt.
That's me.
You know what I
well,
mean? So
But that's
A lot of
anybody
people
for that matter. But with the
That's true.
to
I
a
think with
degree.
Stafford though, he's
Yeah, but-
proven he's got above average arm talent. What he proved to me is he's a gamer. Like we haven't
Yeah.
seen him. He's never played any meaningful games in Detroit. Like
Right.
we've seen him these last two games, he's had to nut up and get shit done. And despite whatever, he got it done. So that's where he earned my respect.
And he hasn't really made those mistakes he did for a few games there in the middle of the season.
and
Just
towards the end,
bonehead mistakes like
yeah.
that.
But
I don't know where those.
I
I've
mean,
came
always
from.
Eddie,
thought
there was
Stafford
two games-
a really good quarterback. Even like Rodgers has endorsed him, like, "Hey, this guy's good." Like he's just
No,
like,
he is.
off
He's
the
very
team.
good.
Like his team was terrible.
He's very good.
Well,
All right.
welcome to
Then
the good team.
on the flip side of that, okay, I gotta ask because I mean I know what you're gonna say, Renee. We talked about this. Jimmy G, come on, fam. He did what he could.
Nah, bro, you can't end it with Kyler Murray. You can't do that.
That's
Yeah.
not. I mean,
We're gonna
I
have
mean,
know.
yeah, as he was trying to make a play, I get it.
Bro, I
Maybe
just
he
need you
should
to
have
get
took
to
the
field goal
sack.
range. Field
Maybe you
goal
sh-
range.
Maybe
That's
you
all I needed.
take the sack and just try and people have converted, like 4th and 20s before. It's not,
Sure.
it wasn't impossible,
It's
but
not
Right.
unheard of.
in the heat
Right.
of the game,
Yeah.
you're just trying to make something happen. It did go off the guy's hands, like Rick said,
Yeah.
or one of you
If-
just said right now.
if you can touch it, you can catch it.
I think
Oh.
the guy, I don't know, that guy might have
Well,
actually
Coach
been able
said.
to catch it. It's not like it was so far out of reach where it just hit his finger.
No, I think he was too excited. It was coming to him, and it was like in the middle of his fucking things.
And it probably caught him off
Look at
guard.
this is,
Yeah,
this
Because
is
he
what
was
I'm gonna
probably
say.
looking at
This is
it
what
and
I'm gonna
saying,
say.
oh shit, he's getting sacked.
Brady
Oh,
just
shit,
came
there's
out and
the
said
ball.
he's officially not retiring.
Oh, God,
So-
did he?
Who?
Did he?
Brady, he's a free
There it
agent.
is.
So if he wants to come to the Niners, what's up? Here's is available.
Let me
So,
refresh. Let me refresh
Who?
ESPN because I know
Rodgers?
that'll be front
No,
page.
oh,
Brady?
Rodgers
Rodgers-
available.
I don't know if he's going to be available.
Yeah, he is.
Okay,
He's trying to
So
stay
as
there.
far as
okay.
that, yeah, that topic, I mean, let's say they don't get anyone out. They can't get Brady, whatever. That's up in the air anyway.
Yeah.
I don't trust a quarterback that's only had 13 college games. I
Yeah,
think
Trey
that was
Lance.
a terrible pick.
I agree.
Yeah, I think that was a terrible pick for one. That's like another Dwayne
Right.
Haskins.
Mm.
Dwayne Haskins just
Wow.
played his freshman year, which is
Yeah.
only
It's-
what, 10 games, 10
Well, that's
or
not
11
even
games
that.
a year?
'Cause Didn't Haskins go to Ohio State?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he went to a D1,
And
Yeah.
Trey Lance went where? North Dakota State?
like D3 or
Quarterback
D2.
you.
So that's not even Dwayne Haskins, in my opinion. Keep going. Ed.
Quarter-
Sorry to
Yeah,
interrupt
you make a good point. So, I mean, I don't know what the Niners were thinking, really. Other his talent, I mean, he's a good runner. He got a cannon for an arm, but that much
there's-
limited experience, you're almost never going to find.
I just look at it as this way: you're built right now to win. You're not going to win next year with Trey Lance as your starting quarterback.
Well, I
I
would
agree.
say that, but
Nope.
Mahomes has proven it, and Joby Great might prove it right now.
What's
Second
that?
year quarterback.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you
But-
think-
but
do you
Just
say-
the
think-
weaponry
do you think
around
Trey
the team is
Lance-
like.
But
no, hold
Joe
on.
B. Great,
Yeah.
Joe B. Great's won on every level.
And his
What about
weaponry
Mahomes?
on his
What
current
about
year,
Mahomes?
you can't
Before
say
he
that
won
San
it-
Francisco. No, hold
Yeah,
on,
but
you
how?
can't say
But
San
how?
Francisco.
But
Did Mahomes
Mahomes
get-
was a starter for more than 1 year in college too, and played
I'm
at
just telling
D1
you, like-
school,
But
Texas
they
Tech.
get-
I understand, but
So-
I'm just saying you can't say like, oh, it's not impossible or it's not going to happen.
No,
Like,
to
things
Ryan-
happen.
to Ryan's point,
No,
Renee,
but my
I mean-
point is that you guys are ready to win. You're right
I know.
there. Now you're going to turn it over to a guy who played
But that's what
what?
the Chiefs did.
preseason and
No. But he didn't show you enough.
games.
he didn't
Like he
show.
showed
Yeah,
you enough.
Mahomes
Yeah,
showed
don't
you
make
enough.
What
That's
did
the reason why they
Mahomes
went
show
to
his
him.
first year.
Nothing. He just came out. But that's
Thank
neither
you.
here nor there. That's
That's
neither
what I'm
here
saying.
nor there. I
Hey,
get
you know
what you're
what?
saying.
I'm not a big fan of Trigger Trey either, but at this point, you've had a year to learn the playbook.
No.
Hopefully,
not yet.
preseason will
Let's
help
see
you
what you
out.
can
Take
do.
more.
You're
I
better
think
than-
if it's not
The
enough,
Hey, you know
entire
what? I
team
just
is
need to
rallying
be
around
better
Joe.
than Jimmy Garoppolo.
Or Jimmy, excuse me. I said Joe. Damn.
Isaiah's gonna be better than
wait,
Jimmy.
you were believing in him.
I mean, worst
Yeah,
case scenario,
overall.
just franchise tag the dude
Who?
for 1
Nah,
year.
Jimmy.
You franchise tag Jimmy for 1
No,
year.
bring Jimmy.
It's just a
Bring
1
Jimmy
year.
back, bro. You guys,
Yeah.
unless you guys can get Aaron Rodgers, which is I mean, just do it with it, Jimmy.
Exactly.
I feel like the whole team,
Yeah.
the whole
I
team
agree.
played for Jimmy. Jimmy loves the team. Nah, you don't fuck that up.
They
Like, you
love
just
him,
roll with
yeah.
that.
He made a mistake.
Unless
He made a
it's
mistake.
an obvious upgrade, like a Goff
Yeah.
to Stafford, then
Yeah.
I think you got to keep him.
You gotta run with it. Yeah, no.
And then the year
That's all
after that, if it doesn't happen again, okay, then give it to
Then-
Trey. I
Yeah.
mean,
Then
you
it-
drafted him. Just
That's
throw
why.
him in
That's
there.
why I said
Yeah.
franchise tag him.
Aaron Rodgers
Yeah.
didn't play for like 5 years, right? Before he
Mhm.
got to
3
play.
years.
5 years?
3 years.
Three.
3 years.
3
yeah.
years.
So,
But
Yeah,
you also
so
got to
you
think
saw
about
our
it. Jimmy
resident
G's
solo guy.
Jimmy G has had you in the Super Bowl and in the
yes, he
Twice.
has.
championship
I get-
game in what in the
I
last
get it. I
5
tell
years.
people all the time. I don't understand because we all see Jimmy G and we think he's average to maybe slightly below average. Yes,
Yeah.
but
I'd
but
say
when
average.
he's not in there, we suck. And when he shows up,
And
we win.
that could be just.
I
that
don't know
whole
what it
thing.
is. I don't know if maybe he knows how to like keep the troops.
Jimmy
know,
G
calm
might
and
Jimmy G
everything.
might be the equivalent to Joe Flacco. Right?
Like
Like,
they-
but even Joe
they
Flacco is
played.
more talented, I think.
No,
There-
but
there's
but,
something
but
around
what
it.
I meant was when Joe
Yeah.
Flacco was the quarterback of the Ravens, they seemed to roll.
Yeah.
When he wasn't in the game, the Ravens sucked.
Yeah.
But you
Right.
wouldn't
That's what
say
I'm saying,
Joe
like, I
Flacco
don't-
was a great quarterback, though.
No,
right?
he's an average quarterback,
Back to your
Right.
but he
point.
got a
Correct.
Super Bowl.
Back to
Got
your
a Super
point.
Bowl out of it.
No, there's just
You
something
know?
big to be said about chemistry and guys playing for each other. And you know what? I've definitely slandered Jimmy G on this podcast and in private. But at the end of the day, they showed me something that if I'm a fan, I'm like, yo, we're just gonna ride with it. Fuck it.
Yeah, I like
All
that.
right.
S. Dot
Yeah.
Rogers. Hold on. S. Dot still on here. Rogers to the Niners, and it's a wrap. Jimmy G is trash.
If Rodgers can come to the Niners, like I said, and like P said, if it's a clear upgrade, which Rodgers obviously is, well then run
Yeah.
it. But that'd be the only way.
And then he,
I don't
last
think
one
he's
got
leaving
here-
either.
Last one
Huh?
he's got here is run game and defense had us there every year, not the trash.
Yeah, but y'all run game is real weird because it's
Yeah,
Debo
that's-
Samuel basically.
He's
So,
right.
I don't
Well, it's
know.
funny though. I
Nah,
mean,
you got- hey,
Mitchell
Mitchell
has-
averaged 89 yards a game. You can't hate on Mitchell, man.
Look at what McKinnon's doing in Kansas City, and they had McKinnon too. 2 years ago or last
I didn't
year.
even
like,
I didn't even
in that
realize they had
stadium.
McKinnon.
Yeah.
I
They
didn't
got a
realize.
great
Stable
offensive.
backs.
Their running backs
These-
coach.
they just pull people out. They're like, oh, okay, it's your turn. Like I didn't what?
How
I
the
didn't even realize
Chiefs
they had him.
look? How the Chiefs look if
All right,
their offensive coordinator goes?
let's talk about it. Fuck it, let's go. Let's
All
go.
right, go
Let's
ahead.
talk about the whole shit. If their
Bengals,
offensive
Chiefs.
coordinator goes, they'll figure it out because Andy Reid is their offensive coordinator no matter what. Andy Reid at the end of the day still gives the plays. If you know anything about Andy Reid goes back and he studies plays from the 1920s and he's like, yo, we can do this, but with a wrinkle. So I think they'll be just fine no matter what. However, I think they should keep it together. We'll talk about disappointment. Now I told y'all I've been riding this train since the season started. Joey B is that dude.
No, but you
I
picked
didn't-
against them.
I did. Here
You're
goes.
off
Here
the
goes the
wagon.
thing.
Off the
Nope,
wagon,
not really.
buddy.
Not really. Here it goes.
We kicking
Most
you off.
times you can't kick me, nigga. Come see me.
You got
Anyways,
kicked. You didn't even have a good reason why you picked Mahomes. Only one reason.
don't say because he's black.
Yep, that's
It's
your
because he's proven.
reason.
It's because he's
Yeah.
That's your
proven.
reason.
Yeah.
It's because he was proven first
That's
and
that's
foremost.
the smart pick. The Mahomes is the smart pick.
Super Bowl winner.
And-
been there almost three times at this point. Like, yeah, like
And
why
tell me
would you go
something.
with
Look,
some
look,
that's
look
a
at this.
second year quarterback?
Most greats
Joe
have
Buck.
to
He was
have
Puerto
to get
Rican.
over that hump, right? Like they have to. Like I think that's Josh Allen's plight right now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at. I mean, I hate to bring Jordan to this because I know what you're gonna say probably next or you're gonna think. But there's a Jordan. Like every great has to get over that hump. I didn't expect him to just apex him in year one. But that's once again as we talk about teams that play for each other, that they just rally in a real way, and their coaching staff was up to the challenge.
Yeah, but
Cincy-
also Bengals got a really nice squad, dude. It ain't like
No,
their
they really
squad
do.
doesn't match up versus the Chiefs.
I mean,
No,
You
they
gonna
right.
tell me Tyreek's a
their
better
team.
receiver than Chase?
I mean, other than Chase
a little bit
and
better.
Joey B.
yeah,
a little
slightly,
bit
but
mixed.
I'm just saying it's
It's a
not
little
like
bit.
a
No,
No,
you're
the
right.
guy who
Margin,
really stepped it up in these playoffs, dude, was Higgins.
Mhm, that's
He's
what I'm
created such another
And that's
like
another thing,
dynamic
right?
where you
He's
can't
the
just
second wide receiver.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
better than whoever
Yeah,
their second
He
wide
had over
receiver is.
100 yards without a TD. He had the most yards between the other two that did catch a TD.
Well,
Right.
I
So-
mean, no, he's not. If you count Travis Kelce as the other wide receiver, but if you're saying other wide
Nah, but
receivers,
he's a tight end. So if you go position,
Yeah.
position, yeah, they
Yeah.
have the better tight end. But who has the better running back?
Oh,
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, Joe
Cincinnati.
Mixon
I think
better
Mixon,
than
I think
TH.
Mixon's better. I think
Yeah.
Mixon's
obviously
better.
Mixon had a hell of a year. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, a lot of things
Yeah.
came together from. Really, go you talk some more. Y'all go right ahead.
I just want to talk. Let me talk Joe B real quick. And what my thought process is this: if you think about all the top 32 quarterbacks in the league, arm talent wise, there's not a big discrepancy arm talent wise. But where Joe really won me over was his moxie. Those third down, those runs to move the sticks. He did whatever it took to win the game, and not a lot of quarterbacks are willing to do that. And he did that. So that's why you know what? I'm going to put him ahead of Justin Herbert. And it hurts me because I love Herbert, but I'm
Thank
going to put
you.
Joe B ahead of Justin
Thank
Herbert.
you.
You know, what's funny.
I
You
Always
mentioned that,
give it to him.
Mick, is you actually saw that in the first half with Mahomes. He was actually out there scrambling when the plays broke down. And
Yeah, but
was
he
getting
did
those
do it
first
in the
downs.
second
He
half.
didn't.
Exactly.
Exactly my point.
Exactly.
He did not
Yeah.
do it in the second half. And
Yeah.
that might be one of the other reasons why he was still trying to look downfield and it wasn't there and he was still trying to force it. And then the plays and everything went sideways. If he had
Started
stuck
doing
to his
weird
initial,
shit,
like,
yeah.
his initial, like, I don't know, someone talked him down to it or like whatever happened, but he
Oh,
completely
I don't
switched
know.
his whole
You're
game
up
up.
20. You're up
Meanwhile,
21-3. Why are you switching your game up?
Right.
That's my
They
thing.
did
Exactly. That
something
was
I don't
totally
get it.
different.
so, but
Totally
meanwhile,
different.
Joe B, he kept it on his feet and he did whatever it took to get get that the move to stick. So I mean, I don't know. I'm with Mick on this one. I think
Yeah, I agree. With Vic, you gotta run. You need a 3 yards, make that motherfucker happen. Joey B, he did it. And then
he not a little dude, right? So he was out there trying to
I
No,
would
stick
say
and
this
everything.
though,
he was
He
trying to
wasn't
get it.
sliding either. He wasn't
No.
sliding.
He was
just like we talked about Rodgers coming up short, Mahomes came up short,
big
big time.
Yeah.
He didn't score at all in the
I-
second half. That's crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost.
Well, what's that remind
wonder-
you of?
Aaron
What's that
Rodgers.
remind you of? No, Super Bowl last year.
Atlanta.
They
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
really
yeah.
they didn't really do a whole lot, right? I mean
do a whole lot
they didn't do
here.
much in the first half, right? It was the second half that they started to click, but then
But they did that all
quarter-
last season, actually. The
Right.
whole- They did.
Yeah.
They were second half team all last
Yeah.
season.
I almost wonder though, because early on in the game, Mahomes did a run and then he dove, and when he dove,
Right.
he like sort of came down on his face. And if y'all remember, I mean, Mahomes got knocked out for a game. Was that last year or the year before when he took that concussion?
Yeah.
I think it was last year.
And I feel like I wonder if he had PTSD because when he came down, I was like, oh shit. I was like, that was pretty tough. And nobody at that point, but you know how it is. We see dudes get knocked out all the time from just landing on the
Well,
You
no,
know-
last year, I think, was it last year? He got his kneecap dislocated.
Oh no, that was the season before. That's when they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. Well, long story short, I just wondered if that got in his head, and that's why he was like,
The
"Yo, I'm
yips?
not running no more." Yeah,
I don't know.
then he got nervous.
You're right. He
Or
looked
something.
shook.
I
Like
don't
when
know.
his throws weren't right, his feet weren't right, and he
Mhm.
didn't look confident.
I think the other thing too, I think if you notice though, from a defensive standpoint, Cincinnati did make some adjustments at halftime that really said, you know what, screw this, let our front four try to do all the havoc, because early on they were sending people and they were
Yep.
getting burned.
Well, they
In the
had
second-
they had 2 interceptions, right? The
Right.
Bengals defense. Was that in the second half?
One was in the first half.
One was in the
it?
first half, but like and that was down towards the goal line,
Mhm.
right? Or was
Yeah.
at the goal line
Yeah.
stop.
Nah, but-
Anyways,
that goal line stop was probably
That
the
was
biggest
big.
play of the game.
Absolutely.
Because it forced it down the stretch. They had to go for
How
a
the
touchdown
fuck do you
because it
not
would've been
score and you're
20
right there?
You have to take the points. I don't know what they're doing.
Take
You have
the
to take
Right.
the
field
points.
goal.
right.
Right.
That's
But-
some stupid shit.
Hey,
And
I've never
speaking
seen-
of real
I've
quick,
never
speaking
seen
of field goals,
49er fans and Ram fans so united during the Kansas City Bengals game. Everyone was cheering for the Bengals.
oh shit.
The whole stadium was in there cheering for
Yeah,
the
'cause
Bengals.
y'all didn't want them fades, but I mean, it's all good. Joe B might do it. Go ahead.
Let,
Who's
let,
he gonna say?
no, we got to get up to the kickers. Each game came down to a field goal. So you know, for
Absolutely.
both sides,
Fucking
for
thing,
both
absolutely.
sides. I mean, for the Cincinnati
Well-
Bengals, oh boy, he went 4 for 4.
Shooter
Yeah,
McGavin?
McPherson.
Yeah,
McPherson. Shooter McPherson.
Unfortunately,
That was
our
2
guy,
great weeks.
he did miss one, and
Yeah.
but yeah, he made up for it.
Um,
You know,
I'll say
Guys
this
are
too. I think I put it in the text, man. The playoffs so far have been fantastic. Probably like one of the best overall
Except for the
Yeah.
first week.
playoffs.
Except the second week
Yeah.
and third week were great. First
But-
week,
but-
not so much.
But I just hope it continues
Yeah,
in the
me
Super
too.
Bowl.
You can-
Yeah,
you
it's
can
been
make
great
our
I want it to be a
playoffs.
blowout. I
You're
want it to be a
welcome.
good game.
And that just shows
wanted to
how
go
much
out.
parity there
Of
is
course
in the
you
league
do,
too,
but-
right? The league has actually, say what you want about like free agency and everything else, but to see the different teams other than the same like the the Packers and the Patriots,
Niners,
right?
the Cowboys, the
right? You
Patriots.
saw a
The
lot
Patriots,
of
yeah.
a lot of like parity this year, and in each one of those games after that, like let's say that wild card week, when those dudes got scrubbed out, and it was just like now the guys who actually belong there. It was OT almost every fucking game, every fucking week. It was almost another one just yesterday. So I mean,
Right.
I think this was probably the best playoff series I've seen in NFL in a very long time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
thinking
Good
about
job,
that too.
NFL.
It's funny you brought that up. I was like, why can't college do that? But I think with this transfer portal and like we'll never really see that kind of parity. But I wish we could see more parity like that in college instead of every year
It's-
whoever wins the SEC championship is going to be the winner.
Yeah.
Is going to win. I'm tired of that.
It's a lot of the politics, man. That's more bullshit. I think some of these lesser known teams could probably compete on another level. They could be the Cincinnati Bengals or whomever, you know what I'm saying? But they won't let them shine. So, but then again, I mean, I guess every year that they throw one in, i.e. Cincinnati Bearcats this year, they just get ran through too. So I don't know. We'll see.
All I'm saying
I like
is
the fun.
destiny for the
I like
Bengals
the
to
fun.
win it. Destiny for the Bengals. Let's go. Joe B. Great.
I'm running with the Bengals too.
Bengals hat.
No,
I was gonna
shit,
say
this
let's talk
motherfucker.
about it since the Super Bowl is finally set. So who's everybody got? Y'all already know.
What
Y'all
you
already
think?
know who I
know.
got.
You already know who we
Put me
got.
on that boat too, dude.
Which one?
And I feel bad. I
Put me
feel
on the
bad
Bengal
because
boat. I'm on the Bengal
I'm an
boat.
LA nigga. I root LA everything. I can't root for the Rams. It's weird. But
What?
shout out to OBJ. Shout out to my man Matt Stafford.
I
So
just
you-
can't
Shout out
stand.
to
I
everything
can't
that
stand to hear whose house one more time. So I'm over it. I can't
That's
stand to hear.
weird for
Oh,
me.
you guys,
That's weird for
here.
me.
you guys are
That's mad
fucked
weird
up.
for me.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
let me tell you who I got. I got Rams over the Bengals. It's gonna be a great game. 17-24. Let's get it, Rams. Let's get it at home.
Oh, y'all can muster up as 24? Okay.
I don't have my score yet. We got 2 weeks. I need to analyze more, think
I
about
may
it.
change my score, but let me see.
Rams are going to
Oh, we are
win.
gonna get to this again.
Well,
But
hey,
let me say this: Rams are going to win. But if the Bengals do
say it,
win,
Eddie.
if the Bengals do win, I may get a little emotional because my mom didn't know shit about football, but she always liked the Bengals because of their helmet.
right.
Uh,
And
Orange and black
I won't
helmet,
be.
yeah.
I won't be totally disappointed. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Right.
It'll hurt
right,
because I want the Rams to win.
right.
Be honest, man, and I think
This
a lot of people.
one's going to be kind of, if the
Close to
Bengals do
home.
win, I won't be totally devastated.
yeah.
It'll take a
I'm
whole
fucking
weird
buying the
another
Bengals
turn
hat.
for me.
Fuck
so
that.
whatever.
Let's go, mama.
We
Oh,
all
my
are.
mama.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna be
We
honest,
all
man.
are.
Like,
And
there's
we
a-
all
there's a
are. And
part
we'll
of-
put the initials on the side.
Yeah,
we
man.
should do that
That
regardless.
being said,
Hey.
let's go Rams.
Oh, Rams.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. If the Rams are going for anyone else, I'd be like, let's go OBJ. If we was playing anyone else, I'd be like, let's go OBJ. But
Do you guys think like since he's still getting disrespected right now because they are where they are, they're a scrappy team. They got a lot of good components. Here's another thing, like yesterday, like Eli Apple. I mean, he was on the Giants and he wasn't ish, but now that dude was like a playmaker yesterday. I mean, I think he's been playing well all season. I think since his
burned a couple
defense is actually legit, and they get mad disrespected. We already know that. Ready to go get after it. So I mean, I think people think that game's gonna be much further away than it actually is. It's probably gonna be within, I would say, less than 7 points. It's gonna
Yeah,
be.
it's gonna be a
I
close
think
game.
it's
Ain't
gonna
gonna
be
be
a field goal game. And to your point, if you can you can keep the Chiefs at bay, you can keep anybody in the NFL. at bay.
Right.
Hey,
But-
remember too that the Bengals lost their tight end.
But my
Looked like he
question is,
blew out his
Yeah.
Achilles
have the
again.
Bengals played a defense as good as the Rams?
They
Uzoma.
have not.
That's
They
the
haven't
only
played.
question
Yeah.
I have.
They
Have they
haven't.
seen Aaron Donald, the monster, coming through?
Can I say
And-
this?
And Von Miller
can I say
and
this?
Jalen Ramsey.
Well, the defenses in the AFC North are pretty good.
Thank you.
They're
Thank
pretty
you. That's
good.
all I was gonna say. At the end of the day, they're tried
That's
and true.
They are pretty good.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
you're
saying?
right. You're
I
right.
mean,
But
so
they don't have the best defensive player in the league.
They don't have the Rams. I told you guys this before. At three
Yeah.
levels, the Rams have super playmakers at all three levels on defense.
No, and to your point, Nick, the Bengals have a good defense. I don't think they have the kind of defense the Rams have. They have more mobile players, like Burrow. He was running away, as we talked about earlier, to get that 3 yard. I don't think it's going to be that easy against the Rams to be able to
Well,
run away like that. You know what I mean? So just think about
I'm
that.
gonna say this. Joe Burrow has been doing this for so long. He played at LSU against NFL type defenses.
We watching the
You can't
tapes.
see this shit?
Wait, well, we watching the tapes. We're gonna see that shit,
Bro,
We're gonna
Joe
be
Burrow-
prepared, okay?
He ain't
Rick,
phased.
Rick, I'm with you, but we all know that it's a process. You can't go. I mean, who's gone from the outhouse to the penthouse in a year?
Mahomes and Brady.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Besides
just gonna throw
those
it out
two,
there. You calling it? I'm
that's
letting you
fine.
know.
That's
Facts.
fine. But besides those two, who's done it? That's an anomaly in my opinion.
Rodgers.
Hey man, hey, for him to
He
get
had
right
to
here
wait
where
for
he's
you.
at, in essentially his rookie season, it's an anomaly already. Joe be
Right.
cool, man.
But to
And
win
Joe's
it all,
about to
it's
be
going to take something special.
Yeah,
Hey,
man, because this
yeah.
game's gonna be played in the trenches at this point. I mean, we got
kiss
two
the
like,
ring,
And this is at the
niggas.
crib.
Not
This
a-
is at the crib for the Rams. That's
Right.
different.
Nah,
Was it
and
though?
that's
I bet
true.
you.
Nah,
I
was
bet
it
you
though?
this will be
Yesterday
a
it was
Ram
50-50.
Stadium this time.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
yesterday though.
Stadium
That's
this time.
different though, KD.
Yeah.
That's different. You
Yeah,
got a
'cause Cincy
lot.
fans
you
ain't
got-
gonna travel like that, though.
You got a lot.
Nah,
What
of
do you mean? I'm
Cincy
gonna
No,
be there.
you got a
Put
lot
my
of
Cincy
49er
hat on.
fans. You got a lot of Bay Area fans that live down here in
Yeah.
SoCal. Anyway.
Right.
That's why.
Right.
You don't I don't know of anyone that's from Cincinnati that lives out here.
Yeah, but
I don't know
I don't know
anybody from
one
Cincinnati.
person.
Like I got a couple people that I work with that are from
Right.
Ohio, but they're Browns fans because they
Right.
grew up by Cleveland. That
Right.
I don't
Right.
know a single person that's a Cincinnati.
And you have to understand a Super Bowl, dude, is never really the fans of the team that go. A lot of it is corporate bought seats and
Last
shit
year.
being given
Sure.
away
Last
and
year.
fucking. So it's like it's going to be like that. Very limited seats to the real fans. So we'll see. But yeah, Rams fans should rule that
We'll see.
that stadium.
But real quick, I do want to shout out the Rams once again. I mean, they made it
Hell yeah,
2 for the
motherfuckers.
last 2 for being able to get their home stadium and get it
Fuck
done.
yeah.
So shout out to that. real quick,
History
before we move
repeats
on to the
itself.
NFL,
History repeats itself. Just an FYI, ladies and gentlemen.
Man, we'll see. In terms of y'all come up short. Anyway.
Well, that made me feel like this was 88 again, Niners Bengals, at the
Yeah,
beginning.
89. Yeah.
Oh, that's 89. Yeah.
89.
Yeah.
That's what
It was
it felt
89
like.
Super
It
Bowl,
felt like
88,
everything was
89
lined. It felt like
It was
everything
like I think it
lining
was
up for that.
84 and 89, right?
Yeah,
I think it was
yeah,
84, 89.
82.
Yeah.
82.
Oh, 82.
Sorry,
That's
Yeah.
what sorry.
82 and 89.
Well, listen.
Herm, before we move forward, fam, you had or Mick, excuse me, you had receipts to pull.
Yeah, I
Just
got a few. I'm gonna go through them real
Bust it
quick.
out.
I don't. So
Bust it out.
no need to debate, but I was like, you know what, we're gonna do this show. Let me go back and just.
Can you
Riding my
omit
bike
mine real
home,
quick?
guys.
Just omit
Riding
all
my
of mine
bike
except
home.
Joe B.
So no. So
Riding my bike home.
I'll start with what we got wrong. Right, some bold predictions. Mick, that idiot, he said Zach Wilson's gonna be a stud. Exactly. Ramon and Brian said that Washington's the most complete team in the NFC East. That's what Ramon and Brian said.
Jesus.
Oh,
I
this
would
one
say
was
who
funny.
because I'm talking about which team is that.
Oh
Right?
man.
Renee said that he didn't think Wentz was better than Tannehill at this point in his career, and Ramon
Molded.
co-signed on that.
Is
Molded.
Wentz
motherfucker.
better than Tannehill?
Hey,
Should we run the
hey,
numbers?
there's a lot
I
of
don't know.
co-signing
I'm
that
just-
still
I'm just
goes on
asking. I'm
between
just-
those two. I'm just
That's a
we
that's a
can
really
debate that if we
close.
want to. Right. Okay. Let's see. First year coaches to make the playoffs. Renee, Mick, and Luda said Staley and the Chargers would make the playoffs.
Not close.
Brian said Arthur Smith and the Falcons will make the playoffs.
That didn't
Ain't
work.
that ain't oh it's Arthur
Remotely.
Blank. I was like
They were one game short, just like the
They were
Chargers were.
close. Renee said Staley would be the #1 receiver this year.
Who?
Who
Renee said that.
said who was?
I'm sorry.
Don't even know.
I'm sorry. Ridley. I can't read. Ridley.
Ridley.
Said Ridley
Oh,
would be the
Ridley.
#1 receiver.
Yeah, that dude
Didn't he
decided to
go out on
on
sabbatical
fucking
this year?
mental leave.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
could have-
Renee, who was the #1 receiver this year?
Oop, but I ain't gonna lie. Hey, it is what it is, dog. I ain't gotta lie. I ain't gotta
Rick said
fucking
the
lie.
Eagles
Yeah.
would be 12-5. That's what Rick said.
Hold
Yeah,
on, I
the
said what?
Eagles.
Rick
That
said
the Eagles were going to
would
be 12-5.
Damn.
Oof.
It was Whiskey Wednesday or
It was
Saturday.
5
Yeah,
and
that might have
12.
been. P and me and him were co-signing on this. Said that Tebow would be the leading tight end of all tight ends. And we talked about Tebow.
Oh, I forgot he
That boy wasn't even on the team.
Oh,
Yeah. And Mick said, "Put your faith in Roethlisberger." That's what Mick said.
Damn.
wow.
Let's go with what we got right real quick. For the AFC East, Buffalo, New England, Miami, and the Jets. Renee, Luda, P, and Brian called that one.
Bam, motherfuckers. What's
NFC
up?
East, Dallas, Philly, Washington, and the Giants. P called that one. They finished just like that. NFC North, Green Bay, Minnesota, Chicago, Detroit. Renee said they finished like that. They did it. Ramon said Sirianni would get the Eagles to the playoffs. Freaking Ramon. I don't know how he pulled that one out. And then Ramon said too, is Sean Payton overhyped as a coach? Episode 67, he was on to something. So that's a little what we got right, what we got wrong, boys.
Wow.
Nice, I like it.
Well,
Good recap,
I'm mad
Jamal. I
that
like
I'm
it,
mad that
man.
Jameis Winston went out because I would have been right about that one.
What were you going to be right about? Just can you spell that out real quick?
Yeah. What'd
Just
you
that
say?
he would-
He was going
I-
to be the MVP of the league or something? What was it?
I know.
He
did you
deserved to
pull
be in
that
the MVP
receipt?
consideration.
Okay.
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 Sure.
He was there until he fell out.
Hey,
He was there for one game.
Sean Payton likes Jameis Winston so much he retired from being a coach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
exactly.
because he wants,
on
he
his
wants to take
contract.
over your team. It's because he wants to take over your team. Oh my god.
Yeah, but he still had 3 years on a contract left.
Well,
For New
you know,
Orleans.
it is what it is, man. Fuck it. All right, let's move forward. Shall we? Shit.
Hold on.
I
Who's
don't
gonna be
really
Super
want-
Bowl
you
MVP? Make your
Oh, let's
prediction.
talk about it.
Ooh.
Oh,
Joe be
I-
great.
You know what?
Great.
Stafford.
I'm going OBJ.
Hey,
I was
that's
just
not
gonna
bad.
say OBJ. OBJ.
Wow.
OBJ.
I was just gonna say OBJ.
I'm going either Stafford or Cup. That's who I'm going with.
What about,
Oh,
no one
okay.
got Aaron Donald, huh?
I was gonna say Donald, but it's hard. I mean, they
Yeah,
just almost never get.
It's
it to
hard for a
defensive
defensive.
guys.
Yeah, it's tough.
He just gotta
Especially
get 9
defensive linemen.
sacks.
That and the way
He's gonna
that
have to have
and-
5 sacks. and 2
Well,
interceptions.
Cincinnati has given up 9 sacks in the game, so it is
I
possible
know, it's just-
in these playoffs.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I don't know, man. We'll see
We'll
about
see.
it.
Hey, how about that
we got-
list? Did you guys see that list that Stephen A
What
put
list?
up?
no, because I don't pay attention to Steven.
Greatest
No,
quarterbacks of all time?
that's bumper dumping stuff.
He's got that in there.
I got
Okay.
you. All right. Fuck NBA. Do we really want to talk? I'm so disappointed with NBA. It sucks when your team sucks.
I'm not even ready to talk
When
about
is
it. I'm so
Vogel
hyped
getting
about
fired? They
football,
said he was
I'm
on
not
the
ready to
hot
talk
seat
about
like
NBA.
5 games ago. We're 24 and 27.
Okay,
When is
and
he
then
fired?
what? And then what?
And then I don't care. But
I
it
still
doesn't
don't.
matter.
It's
We're not gonna make the playoffs.
It's not Vogel's fault, but whatever. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
gotta do
firing
something.
Vogel's not going to solve a damn thing.
Mm-mm.
That player,
Alright,
that
fine.
they just don't have chemistry. That squad, the
That-
squad.
Well,
of
everybody
has-beens.
gets hurt.
That's what it is.
LeBron's
that's
out
right.
now with a knee again, and
Just
like
knew it.
doesn't
That
matter.
roster's not
Old.
built to win.
Old.
All right, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna do this because I'm not. Let me not be that guy. All right, let's talk about it real quick. Let's talk
Because
about
real
the
quick,
power rankings.
real quick, let's do a start on that one real quick. Who's the best player on the Lakers right now?
LeBron.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
This season, who's contributing more?
LeBron.
No.
I don't know if you're actually looking at his stats. You've been averaging like 30 and like
I
8
love
assists and like 8 rebounds.
I
that's
would almost
hard to
argue
do.
Westbrook is still owning his piece of that fucking pie right now. Because
Yeah, with 10 turnovers a game.
okay, but
Oh,
That's
come
not
on.
owning the piece of pie.
Come on.
I think so, man. I
The
think
rest is
Nah.
not the reason for the losses.
I'm not saying
I
he's
don't
the reason
think
the
so,
losses.
man.
You're not going to tell me that he's better than LeBron.
because
Let's
the
be
thing
real.
is, look, he's not better than LeBron as a player. He is, but he's contributing more on the Lakers right now. Is what I'm
So
saying.
you're saying
As
his
far as
PER
score.
is better. That's what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
That's right, Eddie.
It's like saying he's better than Kobe. No, he's not better than Kobe. He never will be better than Kobe. But he's contributing more to the Lakers winning, or I wouldn't say losses, but definitely to their.
That dude don't
to
play
their
no
score
defense.
ratio.
Well, what's the difference between him and Harden?
Wait,
Right,
just
right.
just so you were saying that he's not better than Kobe. I mean, contributing
He's
more than
not
Kobe
better
is
than a
down,
player.
right?
Yeah, he's
All right.
not better.
I just felt like it was too soon to bring Kobe into that.
No. I'm just saying, like, we can't even make that kind of comparison. That is not the comparison I'm saying. I'm saying
Got
who's
it.
contributing more. I think he is not getting the due that he deserves at this point because the rest of those players ain't.
Well,
ish.
nobody is, especially if we're in 9th place. You know what I mean in our division. So I don't
Isn't
think
a better
anybody's
question
really-
be who's watching Laker games? Who watches Laker games?
I watch them on the dibble dabble.
No.
The
No,
dibble
the
dabble.
Yeah, like when I'm in and out. You know?
I can't remember the last Laker game I watched from the beginning.
I can tell you the last Laker game I watched, and it was over a month ago, and the same shit that happens every fucking game happened. We went down by 20, and I turned it off, and I was like, forget it, I'm not watching this shit no more. So can we talk about other teams real quick? Because I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be
Grizzlies,
that guy.
baby.
right?
I told you, I'm riding the
I'm a
Grizzlies.
fan. Well, hold on.
Grizzlies.
Let me talk about the top 10 in the power rankings right now. Number 1 is the Phoenix Suns. They're at 40-9. Grizzlies is 2, 35-17. 3, the Warriors, 37-13. 4 is Philly at 30-19. Miami at 32-18. Cleveland at 30-20. The Denver Nuggets at 28-21. Milwaukee Bucks, the champs, at 31-21. And then round out by the Chicago Bulls. Oh, I'm sorry. I missed one. Chicago Bulls, and then round out by Dallas Mavericks at 29-22.
What happened
So,
to Golden State? Because wasn't they like
doesn't they
head
have a
shoulders
firm-
better than everybody?
Right.
Hold on. I'm
Wait.
sorry.
Can I please say something?
Yeah, go
ahead.
What is going on?
Russell Wilson or Russell Westbrook
Oh,
one
my
time,
gosh.
one time led the league in turnovers with 274. It's fine. That's not like it is. That boy, and we are just halfway through the season, has 210. and is leading the league.
Oh,
In turnovers.
Jesus.
Internal. Damn.
Okay, do you get the rest of the context of that season? What other stats did he have that season?
That's
This season or
No,
the
that's that season where you're making a comparison. What are the stats?
His stats that were
What do you leave in points per game? What did he leave in
I'm gonna tell
assists?
you
What
right
did he
now.
leave?
Well, it's total. This is not per game. It's giving me the
Or-
total.
okay,
but
total.
He had 435 assists,
Okay, what's that in comparison to the rest of the league?
and he had 1,256 points.
What's that in compared to the rest of the league?
Right now, he has 391 assists, and he has 965 points.
Damn. Double that.
And that's
What do you have
halfway.
last-
We're
that's-
halfway through the
Is
season.
that what
Yeah.
you're trying to say? You wavy.
Yeah.
You just can't have 400 turnovers at by the season.
I get what
I
you're
agree with
saying.
that. I agree with that.
That's
That's
all I'm
that's-
saying.
Those
I
are
agree with
Jameis Winston numbers.
I don't think Russell's
Like a 1-to-1
playing for
assist to
all-
turnover
he's not
ratio.
playing
That's
for the
horrible.
losses, but I can't say he's contributing more than LeBron. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so you
All
made
right.
your
So,
point.
anyways, back
All
to
right.
the rest of the.
Yes, go ahead.
At this point in the game, are y'all buying and selling that the Cavs are a contender? Actually, a lot of people are saying that they're a championship contender. Y'all remember how we laughed?
Hey,
You want
Darius
to talk
Garland
about
is the
going
truth.
back? Remember how we talked about the Cavs having 4.4 power forwards in their starting lineup, and that was
Yeah.
trash. Yet somehow they're beating a whole bunch of teams. They did lose tonight to the Pelicans, but
They got the young guy. What's the young guy's name? He's
Darius
he's
Garland?
really good.
no,
him
Darius
or-
Garland is good.
It's the
That boy
point guard.
nice.
What's his name?
Sexton.
Oh, Darius Garland.
Sexton.
Sexton's
Sexton.
out
No,
for the
it's-
season, I think.
He's out for the
No,
season.
no, you're
Okay,
you're
then who's
talking
the other guy?
Garland.
There's another guy.
It's
It must
gotta
be
be
Garland.
Evan
Darius
Mobley.
Garland.
Evan
It must be
Mobley.
Garland.
Mark Price.
Evan,
That guy too.
Evan Mobley's
guard
like a
Jordan.
forward.
It's Garland, trust me.
The
I think it's
guard is
I think it's
Garland. The forward is
you're
Mobley.
talking about DeRozan?
Yeah, is Evan Mobley from SC.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, those two are killing it right now.
Well,
And
and
Kevin Love even
Kevin
found
Love.
a reason to play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kevin Love is playing. So-
Kevin Love found a reason to play again. So I mean, it's
But-
kind of crazy that they're
Isn't Kevin Love playing with house money at this point?
pretty much.
Might as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, he's getting paid no matter what. It's insane.
That's why he's like, "Don't buy me out. I wanna see that contract through."
Yeah, I
And
want
then
every
play with no
I
pressure.
want every dollar.
Right, and play with no pressure. He's got no.
Yeah.
They don't win. We weren't supposed to win.
And he already got a
Right.
ring.
Right.
Yeah, he
he's
does
got
that
a
ring.
Let's talk about another surprising one. Actually, it's not surprising to me because everybody that they signed, I said the Lakers should have signed, and that's why we suck and they are not.
Talking about the Bulls.
The Chicago Bulls. I mean, have y'all watched them play? I mean,
Well,
goddamn.
They're doing their thing.
How are they doing now with like all the injuries they have? I'm just asking. I haven't.
They're still
They're-
number one.
they're 31
the
and
last,
18.
The last 10 they're 4-6. The games have been up and down.
Yeah, I was
We've
just
seen
asking.
we seen the Grayson Allen thing that he did
Yeah.
to Caruso. Grayson Allen's a bitch. Nigga, come
Hold on,
see me.
hold on.
I'll take
Was
a
that
Grayson
that
Allen on
bad?
my team any day. I'll take Grayson Allen any
I'm
day.
saying, was that
Sure.
that bad? Because he actually
It
had the ball
was.
and then
He
just
didn't have the ball.
yeah, he did the
had
first
right
time.
here. He had right here.
Hands
and he
part of the
pulled
ball,
here.
baby. Hands part of the ball.
No, this is a wrist, by the way. Just so you know.
No, but
Yeah, the ball.
that second follow through wasn't done. He was
And the
he
thing
didn't,
that
he
I'm
didn't
saying
grab
is,
him and throw him down.
it ain't like he tried to do that. He
Okay.
tried
I
to
see
get the
what y'all-
ball.
I see what y'all did.
Hold
I
on,
see what
hold
y'all
on,
did.
hold on. No, he didn't. Grayson Allen's dirty. I think
I'm
everybody
not
here
saying he's
knows
not a good
Grayson
player,
Allen's
but
dirty.
that play.
So for
he
you to
went
say,
for the ball,
mhm.
he didn't go for the ball. Run the replay. Pull
No,
it
no,
up.
no.
I mean, I've
finish,
ran the
finish,
replay.
finish what happened after that. What do you try to go for a double block for if you didn't throw the boys first hand, and then you following up with
Because he
your
didn't want
second
him
hand
to
to
finish
Rick's
the
point.
layup.
It's already done.
Like that's
Right.
like when I have to foul you, I gotta foul you with two hands. You're gonna power through
It's
my
different,
arm.
though.
Well,
It's
You know
different
what I
though. You
mean?
don't say it.
it
I'm
resulted
just saying.
in a fractured wrist. So for those who don't know, that's basically broken. It's done. So he's gone for a while. So not dirty at all.
Yeah,
normal
7
basketball.
weeks minimum, they
I'll
said.
take Grayson on our team.
Hey, so you're saying Grayson Allen was like, "Hey, yo, I'm gonna snap this dude's wrist in midair. Get out of here."
Grayson
No,
Allen was
but
mad. You know how
to-
they get.
Snap his wrist versus I'm gonna foul the shit out of him. It's two different things though, bro. Like nobody
White
thinks
dudes,
somebody.
you need-
You
outside
need a
by-
Rick Fox in your team. Grayson Allen's are of the new Rick Fox, sir.
I ain't mad
That's
at it.
White boy style.
Y'all are tripping.
He's a
Yeah,
dookie.
yeah,
And he's a
nobody follows
dookie.
on that one.
Yeah,
Now, let me ask you this, okay? Because you're right. John Morant and the Grizzlies are tough. But truly, be real with me. You think anybody
No.
right now is beating the Phoenix Suns in a 7-game series?
No, but I
Maybe
feel like
the
they're
Warriors.
the Chicago Bulls of the West, though. I feel like the Grizzlies are the Chicago
Warriors
Bulls.
have a
of the West.
chance, dude.
Not
The
in a 7-game
Warriors,
series.
the Warriors have a chance.
I
It's
think
different,
the
though.
Warriors can beat them.
It's-
I think the Warriors.
In a
Warriors are the only
7-game
team, in my
series?
opinion, that can beat them.
Just let you know,
You know what the
Warriors have
problem
a
is?
chance.
You know what the problem with the Warriors are right now?
What?
They have too many weapons. which is good because they built up all their youngins
Strength
to
in
be good
numbers.
while their main
That
guys
was their
were out.
thing.
They
But the
didn't have
problem
they didn't have
is
too many weapons when they won those chips before
Yeah.
that one
No,
chip before
no.
Draymond got there.
No. They had three superstars that figured out how to
Work
sort of
together.
work
Right.
together.
I don't
They've
know.
got guys that are up and coming that are
Draymond
still trying to
Green's
make
a
a name for
superstar?
themselves, i.e. Poole, i.e. Toscano Anderson, that are trying to make a name for themselves. And honestly, Clay coming in, it ain't fitting quite the way that they needed to.
It will.
So they're losing
Give
games
them
that they
time.
shouldn't.
But what
They
about
will.
I understand the dynamic of this team, but you're not gonna. I don't think unanimous MVP Curry with healthy Clay with when Draymond was actually not good, but you know what I mean. Like he was Draymonding more than he is now. Then you had David West, Leandro Barbosa, Andrew Bogut, like
That was a
and then,
stacked ass team.
and then
It was.
yeah, that team that team compared to this team is it's night and day. Like this team, I agree with whoever said they'd give the Warriors a shot, but the West is just I think the West is stupid wide open.
You
It's just
mean
like real top heavy.
they'll give the Suns a shot.
Yeah,
Well,
I think the Warriors
They'll
got
beat
a
the
shot.
Suns. They'll beat. I think they'll beat the Suns.
No,
You
I
think
think
the
they'll
Warriors
see,
will beat?
unless they have an injury, and I don't think so. I think the Suns have had 2 years of they might have and probably should have, and then they didn't.
Yeah,
And that's
well,
that
I'm
hump that I was talking
gonna
about
tell
I
you
earlier
don't
with Joe
trust
B.
Booker. I don't trust Booker.
Hey,
But
man,
in the
I'm
day,
gonna
I
tell you
don't
this.
trust Booker.
They won it
Bet
last year.
on Chris
sir.
Paul getting hurt.
Yeah, well,
He didn't get hurt
that's,
last
yeah.
year though.
that's
I
it.
know,
No, that's
so-
the thing.
He will this
That's
year.
the thing. That's the thing. That's the thing. It's Chris Paul, or it is one of those guys that are real. They're heart and soul of the team that gets hurt. You're not wrong on that one, but I don't think if all is healthy, 7 up, anybody's
Yeah,
gonna
but
take it down.
it's hard.
Someone
for
said
seems to be
someone
healthy in the playoffs. Like it always seems to be injuries. So
It is.
so to Renee's point, someone else said they're the Bulls of the West. Like
Grizzlies.
The
Them-
Grizzlies.
The Grizzlies.
the Grizzlies were okay. I'm sorry, but I don't buy too much in the Suns. So I know they made it to the finals, but they ran into the Lakers when
Yeah.
got hurt. We were up 2-1, and then they played a Kawhi-less Clipper
Yep.
team, and then whoever else they played, who
Utah.
was hurt too, Utah. So I understand you run the gauntlet. Like I understand that because me and Renee go back and forth this about certain championships too. I understand you play who you play. It is what it is. But then you have to also measure it though. Like were the Toronto Raptors going to beat a healthy Warriors team in that finals? The Lakers were already up 2-1, beating Phoenix at home and then beating them in their house up 2-1, and then we start getting hurt. No Kawhi Leonard, injured Utah team. You know what I mean? That's I didn't buy too much stock into them being as successful last year and then carrying over to this year. But that's just me.
That's
Rick,
a
you're
good
not
point.
wrong.
That's a good
Rick,
point.
you're not wrong about the Phoenix Suns. Right now, they're the class of the NBA. You're not wrong. What the reason or where I differ with you is I'm gonna if you say Steph or anybody else, I'm taking Steph because right now I think this is Steph's NBA for this year, maybe next year, depending. I think he's the best player in the NBA right now.
Have you been watching him though?
I have,
Yeah,
but
you have-
it doesn't matter. It doesn't
Steph
matter.
looks a little tired. Steph looks a
He's
little
probably-
tired. I ain't
okay,
gonna lie to
he's
you.
tired.
Yeah,
Okay.
he shot his load in the first like
Half of the season.
20
eighth of
games.
the season. Yeah, first one. Yeah, now
Yeah.
he's.
But remember, in the playoffs, you get 2 days off. You get the
But
rest.
he needs
you stay
to.
in
He
same
needs
place.
to
Let me
cool
ask
it.
you a question,
They need to play full more.
He's a little tired right now. He's fatigued.
hey, so
What? Go
go ahead.
ahead, Renee. No, go ahead, Renee. Go ahead, Renee.
Finish.
Okay, so all I was gonna say was me and Ray talked about superstars, and I know we want to say Curry's a superstar. I understand that.
Yeah, he is.
But what about when Curry? That's fine. But what about when players like Curry who play bad in playoff series, where we need you to be the best player when Kevin
Sure.
Durant's not there or the other
Sure.
team's not hurt? We need Steph Curry to help us win this game, and he plays bad.
There you go. Talk that. There's that part. So once again, I mean, it's
So I
just
don't
even
know
more
about
fodder.
this whole.
This is going to be his chance, right? He's going to be the best player on the Warriors in the playoffs, so they're going to live and die with what he does.
Yeah, and as we said that tonight, he went for 39. But anyway,
I felt like he had that chance in the second series against Cleveland.
Yeah, I think he
Yeah,
already was the
100%.
best player on that
And-
team.
and Toronto, but
But he was
not
younger.
Toronto series, but
I think he's better now than he was then.
yeah, but he was a
Yeah.
unanimous MVP. I don't know how much more peakish you need to get when you're the first ever unanimous MVP,
Hey,
and
can
then
we
you
get
were a
into the
back-to-back
All-Star?
MVP.
All right.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the All-Stars real quick because we'll get to James Harden and his nonsense another time. So the starters are revealed. First off, I think today they announced that Monty Williams from the Suns and his staff will
Mhm.
coach as they should, right? We kind of get
Yeah.
that.
Points to-
But in
points
terms
to
of the
yesterday.
actual team, They're running that pick'em again with the top vote getters, which this year for the second or third year in a row, it's Durant and LeBron.
Right.
Their starters, the other starters were named, and it is Steph Curry, it is Jokic, it is Ja Morant, first timer, it is Andrew Wiggins, first timer, it is Trae Young, second timer, it is Joel Embiid, DeMar DeRozan, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. How y'all feeling about that?
What were those? What you just? Oh, those are all starters.
Those are all the starters. The reserves haven't been announced yet. Those are just the starters.
So I was a little down that, like, at first I was like, "Yo, really, Wiggins,
right?"
But then I went back and looked at like the teams in the West, and I tried to find a small forward better other than LeBron.
So you know what it would have to be. It would have to be you take out when we talked about it. You would have to take out a forward or a guard. I'm sorry, you have to take out a forward and put a guard in that. You know how they played like positionless basketball for a minute. That's the only way that could work. You're not wrong.
Saying, I want to say like, no, this forward is better, and I'm like,
Yeah, like Andrew Wiggins is a low hanging fruit, but then you have to go find that guy. It's like, oh, never mind.
Yeah, I searched through the teams and I was like, yeah, maybe he is the best.
Because like I want to say Booker deserves, like you have two. You're the number one seed, and then you have Chris Paul and Booker. One of them should be a starter, maybe, right?
Yeah.
But then it's like, okay, is he playing better than Steph? And I don't know who the other guard is. Sorry,
I'm not laughing at you.
John Morant.
At what? Kenny?
No, John. No. You're good. You're good. I wasn't looking at you. Ja, is he playing better than Ja right now? Record aside, probably not. Steph, probably not, right? But then it's like, but we got to get rid of Wiggins. We got to replace Wiggins. But it's like he's a forward. Like Booker should probably be all-star this year. He'll probably be a reserve.
Yeah, he will.
But Booker should probably be a starter this year. But yeah, there's always that thing, right?
Well, look at his number. Is he averaging over 25? I haven't looked at the NBA.
Booker?
In 2 months.
Yeah, I want to say he is.
I'll tell you right now. Give me a second.
Run me the top 5 scores, please.
He is averaging 25, 5, and 4 right now.
Okay.
That's good. That's all-star caliber.
Okay.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, he'll be an all-star for sure.
No, it just sucks that
Wiggins is averaging 18, 4, and 2.
And I want to say,
but they're saying that he's playing both sides of the court.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a hollow 18 because I mean, like the past couple of days or games, I want to say he's put up 30 plus.
Well, I want to say it's not even really a hollow 18 because you are shooting behind Curry,
right? Those are found points.
So it's not really like hollow. Like that's pretty good, bro. Because if they didn't have him, he might be averaging more. You know what I mean?
But
those are found points.
But this is kind of the point that I'm saying when you watch the Golden State Warriors, which I watched a lot of them. Like for reals, I mean, Steph is going to get his right for the most part. Steph's going to get 30. But they got young Kuminga in here. They got Poole. They got Toscano Anderson. They got guys that basically they all have Gary Payton. They got guys that pretty much if you're on the court, you got green light. So I mean, whereas before it was like, no, the ball goes through you or you. Like, no. You got green light. And so you see Poole throwing up shots that you would only see Steph and Clay throw up in years before. You know what I'm saying? Wiggins got to get his in. You know what I'm saying? He's just, I mean, it's a tough team to get some points on. It really is. But I mean, they're fun to watch. They still throw up 100.
Are they still doing? Hey, Rick, are they still like picking their teams?
Mm-hmm.
So the starters are there, but then so they have to still they got to pick
LeBron again.
Yeah.
No, I know, but so right now the Western Conference, what they have as starters is Steph Curry, Ja Morant, LeBron, Jokic, and Wiggins, right?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they're going to be on the West Coast team,
right? That doesn't mean that they're on LeBron's team right now. They still got to make those picks, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Hey, read off the East again.
The East is DeRozan, Young, Embiid, Durant, and Giannis.
Young. Oh, Trae Young.
The West doesn't have that dude from Dallas. What's his name?
Luka.
No, he's not. He's not a starter.
It's because of his injuries.
Right.
Otherwise,
he's been injured this year.
Otherwise, he'd be a starter.
Yeah.
And you can argue that both him and Porzingis deserve to be on the team this year. You can argue it.
Oh, I ain't watching no Dallas basketball.
They're in the top 10, and they're in the top 10 of the power.
Can you run
me
Porzingis' numbers? Do you have them handy?
I'm bringing up right now for you.
Rick, you keep pushing. Renee, if you can run those numbers.
19, 7, and 2.
There it is.
Yeah, I'm not giving you that at being.
No, I mean I hear what you're saying. I mean, run it. Right? Trust me, I understand. But Porzingis could come to LA and run the numbers. I'd be just fine with that. What are you gonna say, Mick?
Well, because
Yeah,
you'd be
they-
getting
they
more
take
than what
Westbrook.
AD is giving you right now.
Yeah,
Hey,
100%.
you leave me alone.
All right. Well, we're gonna talk more about the All Stars as we get it. Let's get to the second
let me
quarter.
ask you-
on-
I'm sorry. Let me ask you real quick because DeRozan's not. I mean, not DeRozan. Durant's not playing in the All Star game this year. Who do you think is going
He
to take his
isn't?
spot? No,
Giannis.
he's sitting out. Giannis is
Giannis.
already.
Didn't he sit out last year
Oh.
too?
Giannis is starting.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant as a person who's going to. Okay.
What's his
Oh, the
name?
captain?
What's his
Oh,
name?
no.
What's the guy from the Heat?
Jimmy
they're
Butler?
6'9", no 6'9" guy.
Oh, Bam,
Bam?
Adebayo.
Yeah, maybe Adebayo.
He'll be a reserve.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to take his All Star.
I mean, he's not better. He's not better than Giannis or Embiid. So
Let me see real quick.
I'm just saying who's going to be voted in to take his spot as a starter.
who?
I'm
Durant.
asking who is.
No, who
my
got hurt?
question is who is going
He's saying
to.
Durant's not gonna play.
Jason Tatum.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
I heard he was having a poo caca year. I
Maybe
heard.
Tatum
It's not
Brown.
Boo Kaka.
I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know.
It's not Boo
If they look at just votes, Jason Tatum is fourth.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
you're right.
that's
I
different.
forgot about Tatum.
That's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
different.
yeah, Jason Tatum is the guy.
I mean, he's
But I
averaging
wouldn't be mad.
26, 8, and 4. I don't
Yeah,
know if
that's
poo-poo.
not Boo Kaka.
Nah.
And they
That's
won
what I
by
heard.
30
I said-
tonight.
I also that's what I heard.
Oh,
I have
okay.
I have no idea what's wrong with the Celtics. Such a weird conundrum, but that's fine.
Yeah, they beat the Heat
anyway.
tonight by 30.
I just they do that, and then the next day they'll lose by 20 something. It's
Yeah,
just
they
they're
get
weird.
smacked.
Maybe it's the coach.
Is that what it is?
They just got a new
I
coach.
I mean,
They should have never hired him, but whatever.
I don't think so. Ime Udoka? I don't think so.
No.
Well,
No.
you know,
They've had pieces.
I love it because I get to see more Nia Long, and she's still fly as fuck at 40, whatever she is, probably 50,
yeah,
whatever.
she's
Either
fine.
way, she's still my God. You know what I'm
She
saying?
is. I saw her at Noble maybe about a month or 2 months ago. She was looking fly as all hell.
Trying to be a
She's in there
time you see
dolo
her,
by herself on her phone.
Next time you see her,
chopping.
tell her that I really love her movies, please. Thank you.
That was Nia Long that bunnied up to Ice Cube when he knocked out Debo the way the Rams knocked out
Yes.
Debo, right?
was.
In Friday,
That was.
right?
Nia been doing it for a
Eddie P, you're
long
goated,
time.
dog.
Nia Long.
He's down.
Man,
That
Nia Long been
background
doing
is
it for.
goated, Eddie.
P, if you
Gracias.
get a picture of Odell and Nia, that's you know what I'm saying.
Now you run the podcast.
Hey, I ain't saying shit. Whatever you want to talk about is all good. We talk Rams the whole time. Anyways, getting to the second quarter, you know, lately we've been talking about what's happening in the world, but this week I didn't really get a chance to find anything. Do you guys know any highlights? Mick, you usually are the one on
The
this.
Rams are going
You
to
know
the
what
Sixers,
I was going
That's a highlight.
What's that?
Yeah.
What's happening?
No,
yeah,
Louis
I
just
mean, there's
said.
a lot of things. I was trying to think of specific things that we could talk about that weren't too complicated. And right now, there's a lot of complicated shit happening that I don't even have enough information on.
Well,
Unless Katie, you got something you want to talk about that's going on in the world?
Well, I mean, if we keep it still sports related, I think it's sort of sports related and sort of like a commentary on society. Like, what do you guys think about? There's only one black head coach right now, and you know, folks like Brian Flores
that was
got
the one thing on here. Yeah.
that Brian Flores was like, I think he got mad disrespected because the kid had like a Basura team. He had 2 years or 3 years to try to put that thing back together. He got
Don't speak
pieced out.
Spanish if you can't speak Spanish.
I'm saying, and then Eric Bieniemy, that kid, he still ain't got his shot. Like he deserves an opportunity to lead a team.
Well, he's interviewing.
He's interviewing. He did that
Yeah,
last
he's
year too,
interviewing.
though.
They
No, I know,
all
but
do.
but
you know, and
how
you
many
recall
how many
the-
openings are there right now? There's like
There was a
7 or
grid.
8. I know, but there still is because you
There's
just had
down, it's down
Peyton,
to like 3 now.
no, because you just had Peyton step aside. Also, you still have Minnesota, Jacksonville.
But what if Peyton
New
did?
Orleans.
So that
Well, but
that
I'm
would be
just saying
advantage too.
it still opens up another spot. I mean,
Okay,
there's-
that still talks about the fact that the representation wise, there's only one
Sure.
head coach currently
I-
right now.
I-
The GMs, I think there's
I-
2, right? So I mean,
and
go ahead.
And I
Go
like
ahead.
to I like to expand it because I got my Mexican homies on here, and you know
About to
what?
say,
As we
we only
talked
got
about,
one too. We only got Rivera.
no, hold on. As we
Yeah.
talked about, was it Flores from the Raiders, and
Yeah.
you know the
he was
commercial earlier this year, we didn't really get
disrespected for
into it.
years.
Let's just talk about it for reals. Like, what is it about the lack of diversity amongst coaches and management? Is it honestly a lack of skill, or what y'all really think it is?
Opportunity.
I think
It's like
I
everything
think
else. It's opportunity.
I'm just gonna say it's because it's old rich white people. They're just kind of stuck in their ways, and it is what it is until they die, man.
It's like who you know.
I know it sounds shitty, but it kind of is, right? Like it's
But
like
ain't
when I
even
walk
until they
by
die,
and I hear
though,
some
right?
older man.
Yeah, but
say
you
something.
do have hold on though, but you do have some minority owners, and they haven't been putting minorities in the head coaching spots either.
That's true. You got that
Are you
dude from
talking about
Jacksonville.
Miami?
Got-
Right.
Oh, the
That
Jacksonville.
No,
dude
I'm
from
talking
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. Con, you've got Arthur Smith with the Falcons, right?
Blank.
Or Blake,
Arthur
Arthur Blank. Sorry,
Arthur
Blank.
Blank.
Sorry.
He's a minority.
I don't.
Is he Italian?
What
I
is
think
he?
he's
Sure,
Italian.
he is.
I think he's Italian.
Arthur
He's
Blank?
white.
Yes.
I thought he was Jewish.
Yeah. White.
Good.
All right.
I don't know. We'd
Even
have
if,
to
he,
look.
I'm
even
gonna
if
look it
he's
up right
Italian,
now.
that's not a minority. You're Italian.
I
You're
just-
white.
Right.
Yeah, no, that's
Arthur
all
For
white.
a lot of these, I think for a
What's
lot
his
of these,
last
Blank.
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 you just put Falcons on there. But a lot of these coaches, like, what's my man's name from Texas?
First of all, Arthur
Dave-
Blank is white.
Yeah, nah, it was. Yeah, you gotta look. I mean, as soon as you see it, nigga got the little.
Yeah, he
Anyway.
comes to the sideline. Yeah, that part. But the dude who just got fired with the Texans.
Yeah.
I just think some of these minority coaches, like, you have to take what you can get, kind of thing. Like, when am I ever gonna get a job? Okay,
Which
there's
is
a job
bullshit.
out there, but it's it's the Texans' job, right? And then they get
Right.
fired for doing a bad job, which he factually did, I guess. Right? They didn't even look competitive when losing. It's like, you do a bad job, and it's like, okay, we have to make a business decision and fire you. But it's like, damn, dog, you put yourself, and it's not his fault. But it's like, you put yourself in a bad situation just to get fired. Where it's like, now we end up here where we have one guy left. Brian Flores got gypped. Well, he won 9 games this year, 10 games last year.
So do you want the guy to not take that opportunity?
Yeah.
Is
Right?
that what
No,
you're
I'm just saying
Yeah.
it's no. You have to, because it's
Oh,
not
okay.
going to come across again. But
Right.
then you put yourself in a fireable position to where it's like,
Leash is just
Well,
way too
well,
short.
in my-
what,
in my-
what the hell
like-
are we gonna do?
In my opinion, a coach is kind of given with what you got. In my opinion, if you're give me a second. If you're a good
Sure.
coach, you're gonna make a winning team out of what you got, regardless of what. So you got coaches that are giving shit and then taking over. Like, you got Belichick that makes a decision on probably who comes aboard now compared to new coaches. So I don't think, like, I'm kind of fed up with the race thing as far as Latino. You don't see Latinos, Asians, or blacks. Too many coaches up in there, but as far as, like, I think you got to have the skill, and again, it's opportunity to get that skill to be able to be seen.
Well,
I
let me
heard
ask you one more
someone
question,
say-
then, Luda.
But these white coaches don't have the skill, and they keep their jobs. But
That's what I was gonna say.
But,
They keep this like
reference back to what Jamal or Mick said. It's opportunity. So
Do y'all know who the fuck the Giants' new coach is?
I didn't know who the last guy was.
Let me just caveat this one way, and
Yeah,
the
he's the
reason why
Bills coordinator.
the reason why
Right.
it's a big deal is because when you look at the race makeup of the NFL, that's really where this is coming from, right? 65% of the NFL is African American. The reason, and for Latinos, what's their makeup in the NFL? So I don't want to say I understand it, but I don't know. Maybe people are looking at it like, well, maybe there's not enough qualified, which I don't agree with, right? But I
Yeah,
think
4
that's
kickers.
really what the big sticking point is with Rooney Rule and that kind of thing.
I think
Well,
that another thing, like, the systemically, it's built that way as well. And I'm not trying to get like
Mhm.
whatever, but a lot of these guys, like, they have like their sons or their friends or like their community,
Nepotism.
they're pipelining their
Yeah.
own people into those
Mhm.
roles. So until you get
Mhm.
more diversity, the pipeline more diversity, you're going to have that same thing over and over and over. It's kind of like any corporation, you have a referral program. If your referral is a makeup of everyone that's in your community, in your friendship group, you're just going to continue to refer people that look like you into the corporation. But
Mhm.
if you have like an NFL team or NFL like a organization where their sons, their cousins, like, look at a lot of these coaches, it's like a family thing, right? So how are you going to pipeline minorities when there's not enough minorities in your family or not enough
Exactly.
minorities in your like friendship group to
Yeah.
pipeline them in there?
In your
So
circle.
you have to, yeah, exactly. So you have to do something that like breaks that systemic like
Mhm.
pipelining where those
Well,
are people who do get the opportunity.
I will say this though too. There's a lot of these teams that are just fucking poorly ran, and they've been poorly ran for a long time.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
They're just
it's
cash
just
cows.
they're systemic with
Like what
how they
Jacksonville's doing right
right. I mean, the Lions trash for years, right? Jacksonville
Jets.
Jaguars trash for years. Jets, except for like 3 years with Rex Ryan for
And
Yeah,
Mark
a
Sanchez,
But
yeah.
they've
short
been
stint.
trash pretty much.
Trash.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
Mhm.
the Browns have been trash
Trash.
for years. The Bengals were trash for years. I mean, no, they were.
Marvin
They
had
were.
him there.
Cardinals, put the Cardinals in there.
We could, but I mean, you
Cardinals,
look at
yeah.
it and you're
Yeah.
just like, and look at the turnover, the amount of coaches that those teams have gone through.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
just
see, you know
time
what?
and time and time again.
with the Bengals, you can reverse that. They fucking held on to Marvin Lewis longer than they should have.
Sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that kind of goes
And
opposite.
then kind of got it right. Yeah.
Not
But
to,
like
I'm
the-
not doing it to purposely counter. Oh well,
No, no.
whatever.
Yeah,
You know, you guys are
only
saying you got no
one.
opportunities, but they
You only
kept
got
this
one
fucking ass
counter.
there for too long. But they
Like
did.
Jackson.
Not because of
Jacksonville's.
whatever reason, but he should have been fired fucking 4 years ago.
Okay, let me ask you this then. The last question then. Do you think Mike Tomlin would be in the league as long as he has if he hadn't started with the Pittsburgh Steelers? If he was with, let's say, the Raiders,
Does
he
have a same win
inherited.
percentage?
Mike Tomlin inherited a better situation than most of these
Right.
guys are
Yeah,
inheriting.
but he also doesn't
does he
have a
have a-
losing record at all.
Yeah, does
which
he have a
that
same win
is
percentage?
But he's got a
But what
Hall
he
of
said-
Fame
but what he
quarterback
said-
as his quarterback the
but-
entire tenure.
I'm just saying he has
Not the carousel these
yeah,
other
but
guys
when the
had to deal
quarterback
with.
was out for the season, he still had a winning record.
He's kept
That's the
that
thing.
team together.
he
I'll
was
say
he was
that.
50%. He
That's
wasn't
impressive.
He was winning 50%.
Okay, one
Well,
season.
but he didn't have a losing.
I'm sorry, he hasn't
I'm
had
just
a
saying,
losing
I'm
record.
just
How about
saying.
that?
Not, how about not a losing record?
But to Katie's point, does Mike Tomlin? So Mike Tomlin goes anywhere, right? Because there's a difference between like getting shitbagged and like being sorry, and then like we're just not there yet. We're competitive, but we just fucking stink. We're
Do you
a
think-
quarterback away, or whatever the case is. Mike Tomlin doesn't get that same leash as whoever.
Well,
right?
I look at it too as like a lot of some of these guys that keep getting hired are just fucking retreads, and that gets old, right? So, but
Kinda
you have
sorta, yeah.
you have some guys who were fired within the last 2 or 3 years, right?
Mhm.
African Americans, Raheem Moore, some of these
Bowles.
guys, they're gonna get another shot. Yeah, Bowles is being interviewed. Raheem Moore is being interviewed again. I mean, these guys are proving themselves again right now. I mean, Raheem Moore is what he's in the freaking Super Bowl,
Super Bowl.
right? As the
Yeah,
defensive
but-
coordinator. Dude's gonna get another solid look because
Mhm.
you take
on
your
where he's
lumps sometimes your first time around,
Mhm.
right? I mean,
So I have
as
a
coach.
question. I
And
have a question.
most of the time, where are you going? You're going to a shitty organization when you finally get your first shot. You're not
my-
getting
Yes,
That-
that's
that's
where
my
Tomlin
question,
was
like-
lucky. Tomlin was handed
Tomlin
Super
was-
Bowl team.
Yeah.
correct.
Okay.
So but my
Correct.
question is, right, for minorities, like,
Mhm.
should they try to be a little more selective of what team they're going to?
Oh yeah.
Like, I know you have to take your opportunity, but at the same
Right.
time, you might have to just like, yo,
Well, I think
I don't want
that's
this
for
one.
everybody.
There's no
Dude, there's
guarantee
only
that
30.
it's gonna
There's
come
only
around, though.
32 teams.
I'm
There's
just saying.
only 32 teams.
No, I know, but
Yeah.
I'm just
That's the
saying, like,
thing.
hey, I don't want the Lions job.
There
Like,
can only be
hey,
32
yo, you want
head
to coach the
coaches.
Lions? Like,
Hey, I have a question for you
you
guys.
set me up for failure.
I
Like,
agree.
you're not
I
giving me a
agree.
shot.
Yeah.
Well, I agree
agree.
to that
I agree
too,
with
but
Renee.
but
At
At
again,
some
there's
point, you
only
kind of just got to
32.
be like, you know, I might have to not do this because I don't
Not
want
all
that
money-
bad,
not all money's good money.
you know.
No, you're
Yeah.
gonna take it because you need
The
a
money they
job.
get
I hear
from
you.
us is
I
pretty
understand that. I'm just
Well,
saying,
I
like,
mean, here's a prime
Pretty good.
example. Dan Quinn.
That's
Man is
short
guaranteed.
money.
Dan Quinn decided to stay as
Guaranteed.
defensive coordinator in Dallas, and he had a job on the table ready for him to take.
Yeah.
And
Well,
he
look
Well, he's
at
gonna be
the-
your coach
He
next
probably
year.
had.
Well,
he felt
probably,
stability.
but he
Probably
probably
felt
looked at the
stability.
situation and said, "Do I go and do a rebuild somewhere, or do I sit here and if McCarthy
And-
fucks
and
up
Jerry
next
probably
season, I
sweetened
just
the
take
pot.
it over."
Jerry
Right.
probably
Okay.
sweetened
Look.
the pot
This.
for him.
Look. This is cynical, and this is an asshole way to look at it, but this is the way I look at it. Right. If I told you, would you take a shitty job that you're probably gonna get fired from in 3 years or 2 years, but make $10 million and maybe never get an opportunity to get that job again? Would you take that? I would
Taking the
take
10 million. Yeah.
I'm taking that.
taking
job.
it.
I'm taking it.
I get it.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying, man.
And
like,
so are they. But hey, let me ask you this:
I
If
can't
Tomlin-
lie to you, Jamal. I'd probably take it too, but at the same time, it's kind of
You'll-
like
you'll
I
take
feel
it.
like
Right.
you're doing it. You're simplifying it, and I don't think it should be that simplified for the
Exactly.
NFL.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not.
No.
That's why I said it's a
I would-
shitty
I
way to
would
look
agree
at it.
with
I
that,
said
yeah.
that.
Hey, if
You know what I
Tomlin
mean?
loses his job now, does he get a head coach job somewhere else? Then
Who?
be honest.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Who?
Yes.
He's not a free agent. He's
Tomlin.
probably
Mike Tomlin?
decided to coach.
Absolutely.
He's
Yeah,
not
he
even.
was-
They're not even gonna fire him.
No, if he loses his job now, does he get a head coaching job, or is it,
Instantly,
or
yes.
would it be
Absolutely.
offensive
No, instantly,
coordinator or
yes.
defensive?
He gets
No,
a head
he
coaching
gets
job.
hired.
Some
Yeah,
team would probably
exactly.
fire their coach just to get.
But
Tomlin.
but
Yeah.
see, and this is
We
what I'm
would.
saying. Like on the flip side, what I'm curious because I know we saw today it was finally official after talking about it for a couple of weeks. Josh
Yeah.
McDaniels got the Raiders job, which I thought was probably the most attractive job left. What has he shown y'all that says that he should be a coach again?
Absolutely nothing.
Well,
he's
you're
a great
right,
offensive
but
coordinator.
look at his lineage though. He
Well,
studied at the
yeah.
foot of Bill Belichick.
No, he
That's
stepped
like
out once. He stepped out once when
He
he went to
stepped
Denver.
out, came back, right?
twice.
He's a fucking
But that's
bitch.
like me saying I got to study with Warren Buffett for 6 years. Anybody want me to trade your stocks? I suck, but you guys would probably take a chance because I studied with
Yeah, but
Warren
what? Right.
Yeah,
That one chance, but then he went to St. Louis.
Who?
Shitty.
Who did?
McDaniels.
No, he went to
he
He went to
Denver.
Denver. He went to
He went to
Denver.
Denver.
He
didn't
lost that
coach
team
at
after
all
like
at
3
St. Louis?
games.
No.
After
No,
like
he
3 or 4
did.
games.
Yeah, he was
Well,
like
Denver-
a
okay,
coordinator
so-
or quarterbacks
He
coach.
didn't even make it the whole
St.
season.
Louis.
dude.
He
I
did
feel
not
like he
make the
didn't
whole season. Shit,
But then he
the
went.
bad.
Look,
My
but
point is he
Belichick
stepped
went
out-
straight
he
back
went
up.
back to-
But
back
also
to
look
daddy.
at who they had as a team who was there.
Oh,
Who wasn't
picked
there?
him. He
No,
picked him.
I agree.
No, yeah,
But I think
no,
it's the
he
same
ran with
thing.
that shit.
It's like, hey, but we just said that about, you're saying the same thing about the coach from Miami.
Oh no.
So then what happened? So then what
Flores.
happens when McDaniels can't run the team half as good as the special
Then he
teams
gets
coach
fired
does?
again.
Yeah.
He
But
gets
then why
fired
we
And then, he
waste
gonna
his
get,
time?
and then he gets another
They're
job.
hired to be fired, right?
Look
We
at
all
Lane
know that.
Kiffin. Lane Kiffin is a perfect example of failing up his entire
That's a
career.
good. There goes another one. That's another one.
He failed up his entire career, and I
Well,
can't get
it all
any other
stems
So
from
explanation.
what,
one.
okay, so
same
my
thing.
my
Yeah,
question
Jacksonville.
for
Carroll
Rick
lineage.
to say, like, what did McDaniel show you? What has Todd Bowles showed you to get a second shot?
Who?
Nothing.
Todd Bowles. What has
Nothing.
he showed you that he deserves a
Oh,
second
I
shot?
wouldn't say Todd Bowles. I probably wouldn't say Todd Bowles at this point. I mean, there's several black coaches if that's what you're getting at.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
not a big Bulls or Leslie.
I'm just
Frazier
saying,
guy.
like, he's like the
They're
biggest
all-
name
like-
that's getting a second
Like
shot.
Leftwich is
I-
out there. Bowles is out there. Leslie Frazier.
enemy-
was
All
talked
right,
about.
here's
Raheem
another one.
Moore.
Hold on. What has
Raheem Moore.
Leftwich showed you besides having the greatest quarterback ever that
I have
he's
a
going
quick
to?
question about that though. Was Leftwich there when Jameis Winston threw for 5,000 yards?
He was
Yes.
there when he
30
threw
touchdowns?
30 interceptions and 30 touchdowns.
Oh.
hey,
Yeah,
that
but-
ain't-
yeah,
you
but
can
he's
stay
not-
in on
but-
it.
You can fix that.
35.
I'm just saying,
Yeah,
who's
don't
counting?
do this.
Yeah, but he's
No,
not
but
making
he-
the
no, but-
decision on the field that throws those.
We told you
interceptions.
throwing for 5,000 yards. We know why that was because they were
There's a
coming from
difference.
behind.
fine.
You know what? Hey,
That's
Yeah,
hey, there's
fine.
not a difference.
Jameis
between
also
500 and
14 is 14-2 right now. He was 14-2
Hey.
touchdowns interception
Hey.
ratio.
Has Jimmy
You can
Garoppolo
fix
thrown for
that.
5,000?
You can't because they didn't fix
Yeah.
it in
Another shitty way to
New
look at it.
Orleans.
Another shitty way to look at it.
Huh? Do you know
Hold on.
James
This
Winston's
is
record before
cynical.
he got hurt?
Here comes the cynic.
14
We're worth
14
what someone's
14
willing to
touchdown
pay us,
interception ratio?
and someone's willing to pay him. That's it. Like, I don't know. Like, it sucks, but that's how the world works. I don't know what else to say.
Whatever. It
I'm
is.
just
It
saying,
is
I
how
haven't
the
seen
world
enough from
works. It is
Leftwich
annoying.
to say like he deserves a head coach. But that's my thing. Like,
I
I'm okay with
agree
it.
with you, Renee.
If he
I
got
agree with you.
one, I would be okay with it. Like, okay, give him a shot.
Well,
But-
yeah, because look who they giving coaching
No, I
jobs
agree.
to.
I'm just saying, like, to say like he
What
showed
has
me
the dude
that.
from the
like,
Buffalo
I don't know if he
Bills showed you?
But that's my point, right? So that's my point
Well,
for
because
Leftwich.
he's
If he
the
got the
offensive
shot-
coordinator, right, from the Bills.
Yeah. What is he showing you?
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
but that's what I'm saying. So you
They
gave
all look
Leftwich
at
a
what-
shot,
what
which is
season?
fine.
right.
Does he take let's just say the Lions job and not really get a shot?
Jacksonville. Let's say
No,
Jacksonville.
no.
Whatever.
Because
That's my point.
because to your point, I was like, if I'm Leftwich, I don't go take the Jaguars job. I don't give a shit if I played for them. Fuck that. That
Yeah.
shit is a shitstorm, and I hate their quarterback.
Yeah.
I go and I run to the Saints, and I say, you know what? Fuck it. I take that
But
job.
they don't have a
I've
quarterback
already.
either.
But no,
Better
they got
organization,
James
though,
fucking
though.
They're
Winston.
not.
But
They're
they're a
not
better
offering
organization.
it to you. Like, so, and Rick, I understand. Rick, you've made it clear that you're willing to take a different approach on things
I
than
am.
you and
Yeah.
I. We see it differently. I'm going to take the opportunity just to say that. Look, I tried it. It didn't work. Whatever. I'm going to do my best in that gig. But if
Right.
if I get fired, I get fired. I
But
get
then
the
you
money.
never have a chance again.
Then I'll be I can go to college. I'd be a coordinator. It's
Then
better than
dominate.
What,
Go to
there's no
college and
guarantee
dominate.
that you're going to get a head coaching gig. There's only 32. We talked about it already.
Ooh,
There's
I
no
know, but I
guarantee.
feel like you got
But
to
we're talking about-
like
but hold
who's
on,
my
there-
quarterback?
there-
Like,
went
you
to the
want to
there
go
are-
to where at least they have a quarterback, dude. You can't just go in
But-
there.
I'm just-
Have you-
I'm-
but
I'm
you're
very
not
curious.
you're
But
not
Tom Brady- but
you're
you
not a
never knew
name
Tom
you're
Brady
not a
was gonna
name
be
that
what
can
he was
choose
gonna
that,
be. We
Renee.
didn't know that.
But
Say
one,
that again,
but one-
Louis. I couldn't hear you.
You don't. You're not. You're making a name for yourself. You're not a name that can have that capability to choose who your quarterback is, sir. You know what I mean?
I get that, but at the same time, like I don't want to. I don't
No,
want.
you
Jared
can
Goff.
absolutely choose your quarterback. Kingsbury didn't come in there and say, "I'm keeping."
No, if Renee gets the job, he
Rosen?
can choose who quarterback he wants to play, but he can't.
Well,
say,
Kingsbury got lucky.
Right? No,
Yeah.
fair enough. But I'm just
Yes.
saying, like, you could. That's a thing where
Well,
it's like,
I don't know how lucky.
this
he
is
got,
not my
so.
guy. Right.
There we go.
All I'm saying is, if that's not your guy, if you're not tied to that guy, you can get the guy out of there and go try to find your quarterback. But
Right.
saying
Right.
Jacksonville's quarterback, we're just picking on Jacksonville right now. To say he was bad if Byron was to go over there to Jacksonville, he just has to look better than Urban Myers. Urban Myers set the bar really, really low for the next coach. Period.
But in your
even
heart
if
of
it is a
hearts,
black
Rick,
coach.
you think Trevor Lawrence is a bump?
Yeah.
I don't think
For
he
no
was.
reason. For
I
no
don't
reason.
think he-
I don't think he was guided
I've
right.
always thought that Trevor Lawrence was a bump.
For
I'm
no
not gonna
reason.
lie to y'all. What has he shown you? I'll wait. That even says that he's opposite of that.
In college,
In this
look at his
year?
record and look at what he did in college. For one, I mean, the kid's a
Right.
if you look at him, he looks
No.
the part. 6'5",
And didn't
rocket
and
arm.
didn't
he
have
looks the
and
part.
didn't have nearly the talent that Joe B, your boy Joey B has.
His
Two
college
first round-
his college career
two-
is way better than Joe B's.
Yeah.
Joe B had he didn't
Joe
do
B
very
had
good
1
his
year.
first 2 years. He
Let's-
had that
let's-
1 year
let's
where they
compare
won
it to
it,
me.
and he took
So,
off.
so
And
Trevor
he
Lawrence,
looks
best
good,
quarterback.
but-
Trevor
Let's-
Lawrence's best receiver was T. Higgins, but yet your boy had Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase throwing
Hey.
it to him.
Hey, it's all good. We can run this conversation again a year from now. Please.
I
run
know,
this
but
thing.
that
That's
would
No,
be
no,
my
no.
point.
Let's talk about
My-
no, no,
no,
no.
no,
Let's
wait,
talk
wait,
That's
about
fine with
what
me.
we're talking about right now, though. Let's talk about what it is right now. You talking about what you've seen?
Face
You
it,
seen
the
him-
Jaguars team sucks.
Horrible.
That's all you're saying.
You
They have
see-
no
right.
talent.
They had their
He's-
best player
he's
was
horrible.
Robinson,
Robinson?
towards Achilles.
Uh,
Urban Meyer was more worried about the white women in the club than his actual team. But yet,
Yeah.
like what you want?
Joe
What did you want?
I
Trevor to do?
promise you, if you put Joe
A lot
Burrow
of
in
white
a
women
Jacksonville
have.
Jaguars uniform, he would do better than what old boy is doing. Trevor Lawrence just ain't that smart like that. He really isn't. He's not that.
Guy's
He's
got
not
great
that. He's
hair,
not
though.
that guy.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's
what are you
it.
gonna say?
But
I
no,
wanna hear
because
opinions.
the thing is,
Well,
like,
let's keep it.
That guy.
we made down this like massive rabbit hole, and I think the original question is, how do we create more opportunities for minorities of any complexion?
We
to-
just don't. It ain't
We
them dying
We
off.
can't.
No.
Yeah,
we
it
can't.
ain't because they give
Because
opportunities
there are
to
other
the
coaches too.
grandkids.
There are other coaches too, like Tony was never coming back. Tony G, right? He was never coming back. But what's
Right.
called
Dungy.
Tony G
Dungy,
never got
yeah.
an opportunity. Yeah.
Dungy.
Yeah,
Dungy.
yeah.
I'm sorry, Dungy.
Didn't he
What's
retire?
called- What's broke? Yeah, but he never had an opportunity to come back.
Yeah.
I don't think he wanted to though.
Maybe
Uh,
he
yeah.
has, and we just don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sure these guys get called.
You're
dude.
right.
Yeah,
Like,
they're not gonna make it official.
But I'm saying though, a dude like Tony,
Last point.
Tony, who's a name,
The one that
What's
I
his-
thought needed another one was Caldwell.
Jim
Jim
Caldwell. But
Caldwell.
what about what's his name?
From the
What's his name
Colts.
from Chicago?
Lovey.
Smith.
Lovey
No.
Smith. Yeah,
He had his
yeah,
two
he-
opportunities.
he's had two
He had
shots.
his
He
two.
wasn't
He had
very
his two
good.
shots,
And he's
And
like
then-
a defensive coordinator right now.
and then he went and was the head coach at Illinois, and he got paid to be the head coach at Illinois, and that didn't work out either. So
Oh, I never know he went
you
over
know, yeah. So
I'm just saying we could.
Because here's the thing, like what you
I
can do
would
the
think
opposite
it's
side of it,
like-
because
he becomes he becomes a retread at some point. You know, at a certain point, it's just you've
Look,
seen
a lot
enough.
of it is
So-
people coming up in the NFL too.
Sure.
How many of
Maybe,
us do
maybe.
you see in the NFL? Hardly any. Why does Ron Rivera have a
Enough.
coaching job? Because he came up in the NFL. He was on the Bears when they had when they
Right.
won the Super Bowl
85.
in '85. Yeah, he
Yep.
was a linebacker on that team. So he's come up through the ranks. But how many of us do you really see that? Name me another one. Anthony Munoz. He never became a coach though.
No.
What
So
about-
a lot of it is just
what about-
coming
what about
up, being a
Cepeda?
player, transitioning to
And
an assistant
your
coach.
next one is
a coach.
Villanueva, the guy from the Steelers. I think
Pittsburgh.
that's the next.
Mhm.
Yeah, the
the next
offensive
great-
lineman.
And
Yeah,
I think you had one
Latino
on Lyman.
didn't he just retire?
I think so.
Baltimore too?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
All right, let's keep pushing.
but-
We got a couple more to get through, and we're
Sure.
done. Third quarter. Well, man, I'm only going to ask a couple quick ones. If money wasn't an issue,
Special
what kind of
guest.
business would y'all guys open up?
if money wasn't an
Strip
issue, what
club.
kind of business would you open? up?
It's a club,
Strip
but I mean, you
club.
make money. I mean.
Shoe store.
Sorry, Renee. Don't I hope to.
I put on tournaments. I like putting Madden tournaments on. I'd put tournaments on.
There's a lot of money to be made in that. We
I
missed
enjoy
on
doing.
that.
I enjoy doing that.
Yeah, we missed the boat.
Oh,
on
yeah.
that.
The event, like being events, somebody
Yeah.
like just
Put
puts on
events
events. Yeah,
Mhm.
like big events. All right.
Like I said.
No, I'd open a fire shoe boutique, like somewhere Nike actually funneled releases
Same.
through. I
Same.
would do that somewhere in IE for sure. Me and Renee were talking about that not too long ago, as a matter of fact. That's what I would do.
You guys are all talking about businesses that would make good money. I think the purpose.
But I would
of
do it not for the money, right? Because it's like
Right,
a
yeah,
passion
Well, that's what he's.
Exactly.
I think that's what he's saying. You know what I would do? I'd run like a gymnasium, a clinic for kids. That's what I would do.
I
Just
mean,
be in the
that's, I
gym
was
all
like,
day.
that,
long.
that's where my mind was. If like, I mean,
Yeah.
I'd
That's what I would
literally-
do. Like
I-
literally,
I-
like open up
Yeah,
a
for
state of the art
kids.
facility that just
Renee, I
like
get it.
bring
You
in all
hate
the
kids.
kids, doesn't
Just
cost
have
you a
them.
dime.
I get it.
Come here and
Look at your face. I
learn.
hate it.
I'd open up
Electric company.
auto dealerships.
Yeah, but you're
You
gonna
make
make
a
money.
lot of money. All right.
Yeah.
You
Make a lot of money. What? Open up a clinic for kids?
I think we need to
No.
rephrase that.
Maybe
I'm not saying
Here.
no. The
I-
thing
the
is,
way I
the
looked
thing
at it
is he's saying money's not an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a multi
Why am I a multimillionaire? I had to have inherited the money.
Stripping.
possibly
I got you.
stripping? Stop
But
it.
that's why I'm saying I would do something that I really enjoy because I could or could not make money,
Right.
but either
Right.
way, I'm still going to enjoy what I'm
You're
doing.
gonna make
No,
money
that's
at
true.
Right.
Yeah.
that. You're gonna make money at that, unless you suck. You know what I'm saying? Like you just host like paperboy.
Unless you just come to donate your
All
money.
right.
to
If,
it.
Well-
if money's not an issue, I'm buying like an NFL or NBA team. Done. Just let you know. That's where I'm at.
You're not
I
gonna make
see
any
how
money
you took
doing
that.
that.
You took that on the
Yeah.
opposite
What?
direction.
Right.
Make
Hey,
a ton
you
of
know
money.
what? And
Do
since,
I'm
and
kidding.
since,
I'm
since
kidding.
being
I'm
in charge,
being-
you can
I
make
have
up your own
live
team and
fantasy
you would take
football
any
happening in my life.
opportunity. I would
That's
like
what
to
that
see you
is.
buy the New Orleans Pelicans. There you go.
I'm
That's-
just
You know
saying.
what? Renee
You're
just
asking me
hit it
if
for
money's
me.
not an
Yeah.
issue.
Right.
That's what I'm
I would
doing.
be a
I'm
fantasy
gonna be a
football
team owner.
analyst.
There it is.
I would do that.
Okay.
If money wasn't an issue, because that's just fun as shit to me.
Because you could be
How does
better
your
than
team
what's
do?
his name? What's that one guy
Oh
would you do?
shit!
that everybody
Matthew
likes?
Berry.
Yeah, he's terrible.
He's terrible, dude. Oh, that guy's awful.
Yeah.
What'd you say you'd be?
I love
so
y'all,
mad he
man.
slipped
Fantasy
that in
football
there.
analyst.
I love y'all. I say that shit with love.
No, you asshole.
Probably.
You know what? I got one that I forgot to put on the list, and
Go ahead.
I don't know how it's going to come across, but because I don't know what your religious affiliations are, but what do you think your chalk talk with Jesus is going to be like, and are you afraid of that? Because when you die, you got to go see somebody. I don't know who your higher power is, but are you looking forward to that? Not dying, but looking forward to sitting down. What do
Not
you
after
think?
last week.
Are you right?
No, I'm not scared or anything. I'm just more. He's gonna just hit up on some of the mistakes I've made, But I don't think I'm bad enough to where he's just gonna say, "Look, you shouldn't have done this, but you're in."
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
he won't hit
nervous.
up on.
Is this
good
the
things you've
is this
done.
the question he asked? Like, are you he's asking this question seriously?
I'm
Yeah.
asking
Hey,
this
if
question,
you
yeah.
die today,
Oh,
are
yeah.
you making it to heaven?
Well,
All
yeah,
the
yeah.
sin you have committed.
No, he's
Right?
saying
There's-
the talk that
yeah.
you're gonna have with.
you got to meet, like, the way I think about it is Christianity. You got to have that talk with Jesus before you
Yeah.
get in, right? So
Right.
I'm
Boy,
saying
oh boy.
your talk with Jesus or whoever your Jesus is, like, how do you think that's going to go?
Does
That's
he
the
accept
question.
a three rights to every wrong?
Hey,
Right.
Mick, just out of
balance?
curiosity,
What's the
on
balance?
average, how many people pass away a day in this world? In this world?
100,000. We'll say
question. I don't-
100,000.
yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm
That's a lot.
just saying,
You're,
like,
shooting,
you
you're
know,
shooting holes in my Jesus theory.
No,
I
I'm
get it,
just-
I
I'm
get
just
it.
like- I'm
he's got
looking at
angels.
his-
He's got disciples.
I'm looking at it from a time management standpoint right now.
Well, everybody has
How much time
how much
A
time is
million.
it?
A
everybody
million.
has
Hey,
different
I'm just
religions.
like-
Hey, you might
I'm
have
like
to wait in
looking at it
purgatory
going,
for a little
I've
while.
got
You know,
Jamal
I know.
McDaniel
Right?
scheduled for 10 a.m. and I
Yeah.
got to do Renee.
Mine might run over. Mine might run over a little
10:05
bit.
because
He
that's
go-
all I
he go-
got.
He gonna call my name. You might as well close them gates, dog. We're gonna be here for a good minute. You gonna look at me
Right.
sideways like you didn't know I did that, but we
I'd
still
be
like,
like,
you know,
process.
the
before I
Close the
die,
gates, my guy.
I'm trying to
They
do
go
all
on
the best I
lunch.
can, making up for all the sin I did.
Exactly.
Help me
Yeah.
out, man.
There is
Go
no
on,
time
Ren,
and
I just
space.
thought that was
Hey,
funny.
You
I
really
just
want to
thought
have
that
this
was funny.
conversation, my guy?
Run the next one, Rick. I just thought that was funny.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
a good one.
As soon as we start talking about Jesus, bro, I gotta shut down. I'm still trying to get it right. Okay, let's see. I know you asked that
Hey,
one.
Lord, you remember that podcast we had when we talked
Yeah.
about that question? Yeah, okay.
I'm going to start with Jesus. I'm so glad you are forgiving and the all high of forgiveness. That's what I'm going to start with.
How
We'll
much
try to
how
butter
much I
him.
loved you lately?
Thank you,
Wow,
Jesus.
Jesus,
Like,
I
I'll just
knew
start
you
with
was
that.
black. I
I'm
knew
gonna
you
start
was
with
black.
that.
I told him. All right. Okay. What's something people don't worry about, but they should?
Whether you're going
Retirement.
to heaven or hell.
People don't worry about, but they should.
They retirement.
Ooh,
Time.
that's a good one. The national debt scares me. I don't know. In New York, Katie, you know that building that they just run the number every day in New York?
Yeah.
Have you seen that before?
Yeah, actually, I have the app on my phone. There's
Yeah,
a
that
website you can. There's a website you can look at the national debt, and it just literally is
That number's
Running.
scary and it scares me. Sorry.
They have
trillions
some
of dollars.
billboards. They have some billboards throughout
Yeah.
the country too that do the same thing.
Mm-hmm. I've seen it. Yep.
No, retirement
I
for me
think
too.
health-
I just don't people think
The
about
kind
it
of
at
person
all.
you really are.
I don't think there's gonna be Social Security when we retire. So
I ain't really got my
yeah.
retirement. I had to cash out to start my company, so I'm trying to re-up that shit.
I'm out in them streets for you, dog.
saying I'm about to re-up my shit.
You gonna be all right, son.
Oh, I am. Don't you worry.
I'm probably gonna die on my job, so I'm not worried about it.
I hope not. Man.
National debt is
At the
$29
debt.
trillion.
Oh my god.
Damn.
And rolling.
Those are
And
very-
rolling.
Trying to make
And
Monday
counting.
worse, huh?
Hey, just say no. I
just-
only owe like 168,000 of that.
Just
Well,
curious for you guys that said
I'm
that.
about 700 of that, so whatever.
Me worrying about that does what exactly?
Exactly.
Well,
Wait,
at-
retirement
at
or
some
debt?
point,
You should be
risk is-
concerned, but
No, your
at
for me-
retirement or
some
debt?
point,
people should worry about the kind of person they are.
Rick,
More
you
than
talking
that.
about retirement
we're
or the
gonna be
debt?
on the hook for that.
I like that one. The retirement too. I mean, hell, at
You
the end of
should,
the
you
day,
should worry about your retirement.
I mean, I get it. The national debt could potentially lower the retirement, which they've already said is sort of a thing. Social Security, I don't really,
Well,
I
well,
put,
hold on
I put
real
my
quick.
money old school style.
Let me just bring something up
All right,
real quick
man.
regarding the debt.
So okay.
If China calls their bonds, like we're in trouble. Just FYI. Like if tomorrow, if they get a wild hair, if they're asking call their bonds, we
But I'm just.
you gotta pay those bonds.
We're going to war.
What am I? What am I? What am
That's
I?
it. That's
worrying
it.
about
Something
for?
big's gonna have to happen at that point.
I'm going to the south
All
side.
Rick?
I said, what am I worrying about that for? What
Well,
can I do?
we got to get the money somewhere, right? If we don't go to war, the taxes, they got to get the money somewhere.
Here's something
So
I
we're
think a
getting
lot of,
taxed.
I don't think people in this podcast are this way, but I think people in the world don't worry enough about their kids in their life as they
Come on,
should.
son. Come on, son.
They don't think about, maybe something for their future for their kids or just fucking being there for their kids. Like that's a thing in this world, man. Like I see a lot of like sad kids sometimes. I'm like, man, I guess
Yeah,
Brian
I would
should open
agree.
up his clinic.
100%, man.
Guess
We
I,
love the
I
kids.
guess
I need a
know where my
lot more
money's
money in order
Yeah.
to do that. So
Yeah.
Let's find
Call me
some
a simpleton.
investors.
I just think people should worry about their own motherfucking business. And
Oof,
that's as
OBJ.
simple as it gets. I mean, you worried about everybody else for no, which is why social media is such a big thing. Mind your own motherfucking business. But that's the simpleton that I am. All right, last one, and then we'll push. Who influences you, and who do you feel that you influence in life?
You broke up. Can you say it again?
Yeah, you broke
Yeah.
up a little bit.
My bad. I said, who influences you, and then who do you feel like you influence in life?
My parents and my kids. That
Okay.
one's easy because I can
Yeah,
see
I
it.
feel like
And
my
I felt like you just
dad,
grabbed low hanging fruit.
no, my
Who, me?
dad, so my dad for sure influences me the goods and the bads though. You know what I mean? Like not everybody has that rainbows and butterflies like lifestyle. You know, my pops didn't have it like the easiest, but now like he's complete 180. So like I see myself doing some stuff that's like, damn, that's some shit my dad was doing, and that probably wasn't the best look. It kind of refocuses me a little bit and then seeing where he's at now as far as his personal and his career. And then the low hanging fruit, like I have my son, and I got my friends, who see me and they'll tell me like, oh, I seen you do X, Y, and Z, or you said this, or you posted this, and that touched me, where it needed to, or whatever the case is. So probably those three.
I'm gonna kind of reach a little bit here. Of course, my dad and my parents have influenced me, but I've also been influenced by like, and it's more not because they're like famous, but more, I guess, kind of like 50 Cent, his entrepreneurship of like coming from the gutter. Not just that he's a rapper, but more like the business moves they have made, like Jay-Z as well, right? Like those moves of
Post-rap
actually
career,
being very poor, but you were able to still start a business, get it bigger, move up. Like that's influential. I don't really look at like I see like young rappers. I'm like, bro, I don't care about that. Like that's great. You got a chain and you got a bunch of bitches shaking their ass. Great. But I look at like rappers like that,
Where you gonna
even
be in
Puff
20
Daddy to an
years,
extent, right? All of them
Mhm.
have done something different, all right? Like, and they, they've excelled in different, and that's what I want. I want multiple. I want to be, not just a electrical business owner, but I want to own multiple businesses so I can have that. So I like people like that have influenced me to like, yo, it's possible. Just keep grinding, keep working hard, invest your money, live broke for a little bit if you got to, right? Or act poor if you have to make sure that you can keep building those money
Bridges
makers,
or
and
whatever.
then you'll be fine. I'm always looking to try to find a passive income or something like that. I'm a gambling man.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I mean, for the sake of sounding hokey, obviously to your point, Ray, to your point, Renee, my parents are obviously a big influence on me, but one of the things like Jesus is an influence on me. And the reason I say that is You know, I try to, you know, you want to act like Jesus. I want to be like Jesus. You know how hard it is to be like Jesus. It's incredibly hard. We fall short all the time.
It's impossible.
It's really impossible. It really is. But I'm not going to stop trying. I'm trying to be a better person. That's one thing. You know what? A bigger thing, a big thing too, is focusing on my health. Like, because it doesn't matter what I have if I don't have my health. If I'm not healthy, I could be the best at whatever, and it's not going to last. So really trying to get healthy and focusing on, you know, I'm getting older, trying to get better, get healthy, that kind of thing. And then the people I influence, obviously, I think are my sons. You know, I try my best I'm trying my best to give the world two respectful gentlemen that are going to carry on the legacy. We'll see if I succeed. But those are the things that kind of keep me up at night.
Hey, to the kid thing, I read something that said, you know, every parent, you know, says they'll die for their kid. And most people, you know, like, you're not going to question a parent saying that, like, you believe that. But they said, like, will you live for your kid? Are you willing to get healthy and keep yourself in decent shape so you could be there for the long run, you know? That's the thing, man. Like, parents should really think about that too.
Hens or B? I mean, either one of y'all got anything?
Actually, I was thinking to myself, everybody and everybody. I think sometimes we also take for granted how many people we influence that you don't even know that you're influencing. And you know, people look up to you, or people see you in some kind of way, and you have no idea because you're just walking about, you know, through your life just doing you. So I try to take every advantage to influence as many people as I can positively. Another time, it's like when you walking outside and you just do the right thing. You're just a good human being, and you're not being a good Samaritan. You're just being the best version of you. And someone takes note of that, you know what I mean? And like, they're like, man, you know, I need to do better. But you don't even know about that because you're just going about your life. So I think on the one hand, I'm trying to do my best to influence as many people as I possibly can, because it's the same time, everybody I know and everybody I bump into influences me. You know what I mean? Like, to one degree or another, you know what I mean? Like your family and your friends and this and that, but your job influences you, people, your career. Like, okay, you know, you take a piece of that person with you through your life because, like, man, you know, that person was always so good at such and such. I want to be better at that thing too. So I think, you know, every person you interact with or some level influences you. So I just do the best I can to take the best parts of every person, you know, I interact with, and I try to give everybody I interact with the best parts of me.
Great point, Kenny Hens.
Yeah, I think you had a really good point there. That's good. I feel like
it's going to be the same as what everybody else said. That's why I'm chiming in. I mean,
it's all been covered now.
I mean,
like, I think everybody made a lot of good points. I like what KD said the best there. The only thing I think, and it's not to discredit what Renee said at all, but I think a lot of people say that type of shit, and it's a lot of that Instagram fucking inspirational bullshit fucking pages that you see all over social media.
Yeah.
Like I said, not to discredit what Renee said.
It's out there.
You know, there's some truth to that for sure. But I think a lot of people say shit like that because they fucking follow this inspirational, motivational page, this and that. And they're good reminders. They are, but
sure,
you know, after a while, it's like, all right, fucking come on.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree 100% with you guys. You guys hit the nail on the head for me.
Everybody's got a fucking motivational page. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I mean, we follow a little something. I got some devotionals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
I follow a couple.
Yeah, we do. But Kenny, to add on to your point, you know, it's funny, man. You know, when it comes to positively affecting other people, I don't just look at the good that I do. I look at the bad that I do as well, because I want somebody to learn from the shit that I fuck up with, right? Because I am human. At the end of the day, to Mick's point, to live in, you know, by the word and by the book, it's just damn near impossible, man. It's a balance. You try to balance it out between the dark and, you know, and the light or whatever.
I think ultimately people know what is good and what's bad.
100%.
And you gotta make that decision, whether you have Jesus in your life or you abide
or whatever it is,
or if you don't. It boils down to, am I doing something fucking wrong right now, or am
exactly.
And like I say, you know if you are.
Like,
let your conscience be your guide.
That's
you're
right.
not a child.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean? You're
and Jesus,
adult,
yeah.
like
right.
Yeah, we know, man.
And Jesus.
And as for people that I influence, I don't know, if you hang out with me on a regular basis. I'm usually
You
trying
know
to
what,
push them.
Renee? You influence me not to be like you.
There you go. I push a lot of people into like
I'm just
Watch your
messing with
mouth,
be their
B.
best
Watch
self,
your
man.
mouth, B.
you. I'm
Watch your
just
mouth,
messing with
B.
you, man.
That's my
All right, on a
quarterback.
much
I'm just messing
on a,
with you.
on a much lighter note, you guys know I like to follow this every week because y'all give me something. Y'all watching a new movie or show?
I
I'm gonna
got
give
one
y'all
for
yellow-
you.
I'm gonna
I
give y'all
got
yellow
one for you.
jackets.
What
I
you
got
got?
one for you. I got
What
one
you got?
for you. It
Go
just
ahead, what you got?
started yesterday. It's
Uh-huh.
on Showtime.
Ooh.
Okay.
Kamal Bell. You know who Kamal Bell is? Comedian,
Comedian.
black comedian. Kamal Bell is doing
I
a
got it by Kamal.
documentary, and it's
Oh,
called
Cosby.
"We Need to Talk About Cosby."
Mhm.
I'll leave it.
Oh,
at
I
that.
saw that. I want
Is
to.
that
I want
about
to tap
Cosby?
into.
I heard about that.
Yeah,
I
we need
just-
to
I
talk
just-
about Cosby.
Yeah.
I watched the first episode last night, and wow, that's all I
Yikes,
gotta
huh?
say. Wow,
Yeah.
very
we
interesting
need
to
talk
see
about-
how people
black
talk
people need to
about him, but like how he came up and Ken, did you see some of that?
No,
You watching that?
no,
okay.
I saw the previews, but I definitely was like interested, and that's
Yeah.
something that's on my like to-do list.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't notice like how many episodes it is, but last night was the first one, and it's pretty interesting for sure. Like people talking about like the signs, and people just didn't recognize it, and
And
all that kind
enabling.
of stuff. And yeah.
I didn't even know that there was something there, but it sounds interesting.
Yeah, sign up for a 30-day thing. That's what I did today for Showtime because I was watching Yellow Jackets and I seen it and I was like, oh snap! Watch Yellow Jackets as well. That shit is crazy. That's about some girls who were on a soccer team and they crashed and their plane crashed on the way to regional thing or whatever and it got crazy.
All right.
I also tapped into to Ozark season 4 part 1. Don't say shit else. I had to catch up because I thought I caught up on season 3, and then I realized I had stopped. I didn't realize there was a brother that came into the picture who obviously, but you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh shit, and I seen this shit today, man. Whew. That shit's some wild shit, man. Anybody else? Any?
I got a couple.
Go ahead.
I saw a movie called Mindhunter. It's with Alexandria Daddario. You guys know who she is. It was a good movie. It was okay. Rick and Katie excluded. It was a pretty good movie. Okay, that I
Because the critics gonna come. I'm gonna go straight for your movie. And be like, this is trash.
I
know why you watching that movie.
I know. Okay.
He was watching.
Secondly, did
the
we
big
talk
old-
about Euphoria? Did I talk about Euphoria?
Yeah, you
with
told us
you?
about
I've
it
been telling you
about
about
6
that show,
times.
man. I can't.
I've been telling you all about that
Six
show.
times.
5 or
Katie,
6
I can't even
weeks.
explain.
You can't keep telling us about
I
Euphoria.
can't
Doug.
explain the show. Like I don't have the words
cannot.
to explain that show.
There is no
I don't
words.
have the words.
Is it that good?
Check it out.
Is it just maker? Is anyone else gonna co-sign on this?
It's
I've been
Hey,
co-signing.
I would say
I tried to
crazy.
I tried to
Anyone that's
explain it to
watched
y'all
has told me that
and
it's
it was
really
bad.
good.
It's crazy.
All the people that,
It's very
I
good.
know that have watched it told me it's really good.
Yeah, I've heard it's
I'm
good
gonna
too.
I haven't
Okay.
watched it,
It's
but
just-
that's what I
it's
hear.
wild.
And this
That one
coming
and
Sunday.
Sex with College Girls. was
Right, there it
good,
is.
or
Bryce,
something.
help.
Yeah,
That's
and
what I was
then
gonna say.
Zendaya,
College
you
Girls?
see Zendaya naked, I think.
And this
I
coming
don't know if she's
Sunday,
naked. No.
the new Power
Tommy.
comes
Tommy's
out.
life.
Tommy.
Hey, I'm a little
That's gonna be-
confused why
that's gonna be
Ramon
nice.
or Rick didn't tell you guys to go watch this. Because I know these bums probably watched it.
Royal Rumble.
Yep.
My turn. It was
Which
my
one?
turn.
Oh, y'all
It wasn't
watched
my
it.
turn.
We already
Which
had
one?
our conversation about it. Don't
It
you worry
wasn't
about
my
it.
turn.
What's
Hey,
up?
we
It wasn't my turn.
Royal Rumble. You know,
The Royal
you
Rumble.
wrestling
We
nerds.
start, hey, just so y'all know,
Nope.
y'all know, 10 Cents Podcast Productions is starting this own little, you know what I'm saying, little
Hey,
spin-off.
now
Okay.
playing the role of Kenny Hendricks. Hell no. Hell no.
Never
Bright
going there
early at
again.
Hell
7
no.
a.m.
That's just gonna be called the
We're
No
talking about
Sense
it.
Baker's out there with Bad
Mhm.
Bunny doing his thing.
Oh God,
We
Bad
didn't get
Bunny.
a chance to say
Not
nothing about
happening.
Royal Rumble.
Where's
But catch the
Eddie?
Elimination Chamber and their WrestleMania coming up soon.
No.
And
No.
I got one more honorable mention,
Oh,
oldie but goodie, Billions. I don't know if you've had a chance to tap into Billions. That 6
I'm about a season 2 out. I'm about 2
Hey,
seasons out.
hey, because I have 30
So good.
days to get through all the Showtime shows, I'll be on that.
He's
Put it on.
Anything else,
Put it on. It's still good.
I got
You're
30
good.
days
One,
to get through it all.
Two.
What was the other show that was on Showtime that had Cheadle on it? What was that show?
Something Monday or something like Sunday, something like that.
No.
Oh, I thought that was
Was it the one where he was a
ladies
lawyer?
like
Prime.
kissing him or something? Like I think I've seen the pre like the. not
Is it the one where he's a
the
lawyer?
advertisement?
Started watching that one Renee brought up last week, Archive 81.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
kind
weird.
of slow at first.
Yeah,
Kinda
Luna
slow.
said
It's weird, but it looks
Oh,
like
House
it's
of Lies.
pretty good.
House of
Lies.
Lies.
That's
House of
fire.
Lies.
That's a
Crazy.
fire. That's a fire show.
We'll
So,
tap
I
into
don't-
that.
I've only watched.
I don't know
I
if
got
you
to
saw
finish
that.
Archive 81.
Crazy.
No, I
House
haven't.
of Lies.
But
Did
I'll
anybody
tap
take
into it.
P's advice and go back and watch Banshee? If not, that's another one.
No.
Oh,
Somebody
I seen
better go
Banshee.
with
That shit is a badass show.
House of
Yes,
Lies
I
got
will.
the greatest pilot show ever.
Does it?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll tap into
Yeah,
that.
House of Lies was good.
Hey,
All
once
right.
again, tap into Royal Rumble.
No.
100%.
Over Elimination Chamber next.
And y'all look forward to the Ramona Rick Wrestling Podcast. You know what I'm saying? Brought
By
to
all
you by
means,
10
go right
Cents
ahead.
Productions.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. We are not associated. We are not affiliated.
Hey, I'm only gonna be there just to talk shit. That's it. I'm only there for-
Don't move, but don't
No
look
commentary.
into that one.
When you do it on
Hey,
YouTube, you're gonna
hey,
see a lot of
hey,
comments.
Hey,
in that
y'all are
section
going to
that you
acknowledge
not
us.
gonna
All
lie.
right. Y'all are going to acknowledge us. Okay.
You know why? Because we the ones.
No.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're not watching that bullshit.
Oh, shit. All right. Real quick. Bump it or dump it.
Move it.
Hey, real quick. Stephen A listed his top 5. Renee alluded to it earlier. His top 5 QBs of all time. I got him right here. At least I had him. And then I started looking at something else. Let me get these titties off the thing. All right. Yep. Okay. Oh, no. That's Kanye West and Shine the Bone. Where did we go with this one? Here we go.
Katie got some.
She got something.
Titties and
Okay.
then Kanye West right next to
Correction.
Correction.
All right.
I had sex with
Oh
Katie
my
too.
god. Oh my goodness. Hey, Comedy Central has some shows, but anyways, they need to bring them back. Yeah. All right.
Watch them out.
So top 5 from 5 to 1. If top 5 is all time, this is
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers at 5, Patty Mahomes at 4, Peyton Manning at 3, Joe Montana at 2, and Tom Brady at 1. Y'all bumping or dumping that list?
Mahomes out. Nope. Not after just 5 years. No.
Yeah, I agree. You got to.
Mahomes out,
I
Michael
can't-
Vick in?
No.
No.
Hey,
Absolutely not.
Hey,
He can't
You're
even read
missing
a
Dan
defense.
Marino. You're
Hey,
missing Drew Brees.
He
Rodgers
can't
out.
read a defense, much less who
Rodgers
knows
out.
if he can even
John
read.
Elway in.
You're missing
Brees?
John
Anybody?
Elway.
Anybody want?
Wait, did he
Anybody
say
want?
Peyton Manning? Did he say Peyton
Yeah,
Manning?
he had
Peyton
Manning on it.
So Drew Brees not even in there.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
one
you
chip.
know
You
what?
can't
I
even respect
forgot
that
about
list without Drew Brees in it.
One
Yeah,
chip.
Drew Brees
What?
has to be in there.
So it's based on chips now.
No, it's not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's based
I'm
on
just
chips.
saying.
Well,
It's not based on
Because
chips.
I would
But
move.
you're not
I
gonna
would
tell
move
me John
Patty- I
Elway's
would
not
move-
better than Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, I will
Based
tell
on
you that
what?
John. I think John
Based on
Elway's
what?
better
It
than
has to be
Aaron
the chips.
He
Rodgers.
is, right? He is better.
I don't know. Arm
I-
talent. I don't
okay.
think his arm talent.
Yeah, I
Hold
don't
on,
know.
hold
I
on.
don't know.
I don't think his arm
If
talent's
both
better.
of them were coming out right now in the draft, John Elway still goes number 1 before Aaron Rodgers. I tell you that right now.
all right.
Maybe.
All right. So
Yeah,
let's
I mean,
let's
I'm
run down
not
this
saying
list.
you're
real quick.
wrong.
Do you guys agree with Tom Brady at 1?
Of course.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
hands
Yeah, I can't argue it.
Joe Montana at 2.
Yes.
I like
Yes.
that. I like it.
Okay.
I'm
okay,
fine with that.
Peyton Manning at 3.
I like that.
Okay.
Kurt Warner
Y'all
at
said
4.
y'all what? What? For what? 2 years? No.
Is Louis,
pass.
Louis back on the podcast?
Right.
He was leaving though.
Four. Kurt Warner, but Patrick Mahomes. That's where y'all going?
The place of
No.
the place of Luda will now be played by Eddie P.
Exactly. Your study. Louis
Yes,
Anderson. Louis
yes,
Anderson.
I would say Kurt Warner above Patrick Mahomes right now. Yes,
Eddie.
that's serious.
Warner
But
hasn't
I,
even been
no,
to that
but no, I'm
many
not putting him at number
AFC
4.
championships.
No, I'm not putting him at number
Hey,
4.
Kurt Warner took 2 separate teams to the Super Bowl.
That's right.
Yeah, he only won one. He's got
Took
the same
some
amount as
separate teams.
Are you,
Mahomes.
Still
are you
hard
talking
to
about the
do.
He wanted to
CFL
say.
team and the NFL team? Or what we
It's
talking
not.
about?
It's not. It's not.
Rams
it's not gonna
cards.
be- It's not going to be Patrick Mahomes' fault that he could stick around with one franchise a lot longer than Kurt Warner could.
You're right.
So
God,
Patrick Mahomes
yo.
is never going to have the opportunity to. So
And it's also
Yeah, because
No,
he
Warner
I
still
wouldn't say
have that
never.
cut from the
Billion.
I
team.
wouldn't say never. Look,
Well,
Brady,
not
I'm
On
never,
a
but-
13-year deal.
no, but we're talking about like we're talking about even when even
because of the money.
Tom stayed longer than Kurt did. So if you say he's going to stay as long as Tom did, okay, that's fine.
Well, I'm just looking at contribution, and to Eddie's point, at 4 years, I don't think anybody who's played 4 years should even be like. I think he's an honorable mention, but he's only got a 4-year body of work.
Oh,
I'm not
okay,
ready
so
to put him
fine.
in that list.
So are you willing to move Aaron Rodgers up and then put somebody in the 5th spot?
no, Rodgers is not better than Elway.
I don't know
Okay, so
about
you would've
that, but that's a good argument. I mean, that's a
Yeah.
good
I
argument.
went
I mean-
to 5 Super Bowls.
Yeah,
He
oh,
got
you're
2.
right. You're right. You're right.
Like,
you're
come
right,
on.
You're right.
That's
You're
not even-
right.
yeah,
Rodgers. What's Rodgers' reason for not making it the last 3 times? On him.
Oh,
He could
but-
score more than
so-
10 points on us.
You're
So
right.
hold on, but
Good point.
only.
I'm just saying, man. I'm not trying to disrespect
Chips?
him, but he in the top 5.
I
Right? That's
think
crazy.
You're right.
I-
You're right.
I hate to say it, but I even look at a guy like Jim Kelly as
That's hard.
anybody who can go to 4 straight.
That's true.
Four
Yes, I
straight,
hear you.
dude.
I mean,
Yeah, but
Fine,
you
in
gotta
that
find the
case,
balls
fine.
to win.
I didn't want
though,
to add
Jesus.
Donovan McNabb into this list, but let's
Oh,
just
hold
go
on,
ahead
no,
and
no,
throw him out.
because then if you would put,
But,
you gotta put
I mean,
Troy
no.
Aikman and him.
Don't
Donovan
put Donovan
McNabb. Troy's
No.
got.
I was gonna say,
three
you guys
rings.
put- what about-
Donovan
what about-
McNabb
what about
straight.
Troy in there?
Troy's got
4
three
straight.
3 rings.
But
He
Troy's
went
got
4
3
straight, though.
rings. Who? Troy?
No.
Troy.
Donovan
Troy's
went
got
to-
No
three.
one
4
cares
straight.
about Donovan.
He went to
You better
4. He went to
stop
4
that.
straight, but he didn't win any of them.
4
He didn't win
NFC
any of
champ.
them.
He didn't qualify that. He just said 4 straight. So-
Right? Meanwhile, by that definition, Troy Aikman should be well ahead of Donovan because Troy's at least got 3.
Yeah, no, he is well
Hey,
ahead of
just so
him.
y'all know, I don't want to even put the other guy in here who also. Anyways, I don't want to do. I don't want to do that guy.
Yeah,
I don't want to
no,
put that
don't do
guy
that.
in the mix. I don't want to put.
So
all right,
it-
No,
if-
I'm
if-
still
if-
tempted to
wait,
put
hold on.
Marino. I'm still
Wait, but-
tempted to put Marino at 4.
What about Warren
Honestly.
Moon, boys? What about
Yeah.
Warren Moon?
I mean,
What about Warren Moon?
Randall
Warren Moon was
Cunningham.
awesome.
I don't think
No,
Warren Moon's
not
better than Elway.
Cunningham.
Okay,
What?
I'll agree with you. I don't think he's better than Elway.
All right, so
Randall
we're basically
Cunningham had a
we're fighting with a
ridiculous
fifth
year with the
spot.
Vikings.
Who's taking
And-
the fifth spot? Because
We're fighting for the fifth spot. You're right.
Right. So who do you fight
So,
for fifth?
so let's say this. Let's say it seems like quite a few of you agree that Mahomes shouldn't be up there yet, right?
I agree.
I don't
Right,
know
okay.
about.
I don't think Mahomes
I don't
should be
necessarily
in the top.
agree, but
I
I'll
don't
argue
want to
it.
say yes or no. I'm kind of
Leave
on the
race
line
out
there,
of it,
so
Rick.
I'll
Let's
let
leave
that-
race out
So
of it.
that means
Come on.
between
Come
all
on.
of us, we would say there's 2 slots left, right? Because we're taking Rodgers out and we're taking Mahomes out.
No, there's
I
only one
thought-
spot
I
left.
thought- I thought we
Elway,
put
oh,
Elway
Elway
in.
put
I would
four.
say Elway would be 4.
Right. So
Okay,
now we're
who
down.
slides
to
I'm
the
not
fifth
going to
spot.
argue with you. I'm not
So
going
who
to
slides in the 5th spot? Terry Bradshaw?
I might say
Oh,
Marino.
shit,
Some people,
I
some
forgot
people
about
argue
Marino.
Johnny Unitas.
I forgot about
I don't know.
Bradshaw.
I don't know, Johnny
I
Unitas.
might
I'm just
say
asking,
Marino.
Bradshaw's got 4 chips.
It's hard for me to not put Marino there
Exactly.
because you know what?
Think-
Montana had a loaded team. Nothing against him. Who'd you just say? Bradshaw had a
Oh.
loaded team. Marino went to a Super Bowl, had his team in the playoffs a lot with only 2 receivers the whole time.
But more
Never had
importantly,
a
with
running
Marino,
game. Elway
right.
would have been in the same boat if he never got Terrell Davis.
You're right.
He never would have
But-
won them Super Bowls.
And Marino's arm talent was, you can't argue that dude's arm talent. He was special. Marino was special.
Even for no rings, I put Marino at 5. And
Man,
then
that's tough. I don't know where I go with that.
Rogers. It's him or Rogers, in my opinion. But even then, I might put Marino above Elway. Like I said, it's a who knows.
All right. All right.
We're not
moving
going to solve
forward.
it tonight. We're not going to
Not
solve
at
it.
all.
I'm just saying Elway belongs in there.
All right,
over
but we got
Rodgers.
consensus 1 through 4 at this point, though.
I
So I
think
think
so.
that's a
Yeah.
win. That's a win.
Yeah, for this group.
Right.
For real.
Bumper dumped this whole European slapboxing phenomenon. Y'all with this?
No, stop
No.
that.
I feel like we should look next week for your birthday. We should just try it. Why not?
Well, I
I
won't
told
be
you,
there. I
that's
gotta
what-
celebrate my
that's
dad's
like-
birthday.
That's like I meant to send it to you guys,
There's
but I
no
didn't get a
such thing.
chance to. There's an actual pillow fight.
Yeah, I heard
Oh,
about
no.
that.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I've
swear,
seen
I
it,
swear
yeah.
to God.
First
Yeah.
and foremost,
It's
first
like
and foremost,
the
if
PPA.
any of y'all, if any of y'all challenge me to a pillow fight, we immediately stop being friends. At that moment, the friendship is
Yeah,
over.
why?
I'm telling you,
If
there's an
you- if you-
actual pillow
If
fight.
you lose, we'll let you be the small spoon.
and they
still.
do it in a boxing ring. And
That's funny.
I'm just saying.
I hope it's females still swinging them pillows.
I can't imagine that. But no, the slap boxing is crazy. They took slap boxing, which is essential. I think it's essential. Ain't none of y'all had a slap boxing match with your homies?
Yeah.
I
When I was in
definitely
high
box.
school, I don't know.
Yeah.
In the
Like,
summer,
12 or
we didn't do a
13.
whole lot of slap boxing. We,
I mean, the whole bunch
Yeah,
of
that's
people
where you got your shoulder skills from. You slap
I mean,
Yeah.
slap boxing is like number
Okay,
one.
So you're
You
talking
Yeah, you
slap.
about-
You're talking slap boxing, right? Not that slapping championship you see guys do, where one's holding
no,
the table.
but that's
and lets
my
the guy
point.
Slap 'em.
That
No.
that's where they've taken it to the next level. They were like, oh, we seen them do slap boxing. We just gonna stand there and slap each other,
Take it.
which
yeah.
is just wild to me.
That's stupid. Yeah.
you have headgear on when you're slap boxing? Are they putting headgear on or no?
No,
headgear?
but they're putting chalk on it. It's funny because I said black people won't do it, and then I saw this really dark skinned brother the other night, and the other dude had chalk, and his whole face was just lit up. I was just
All
like,
white.
I say dump it.
You looked all ashy
I'm
after that.
speaking for this group. Nobody's gonna slap box and think it's funny when they get hit. I'm just
Nope.
gonna tell you. I know
Not at
this.
all.
Group.
That's
Not
right.
I
one
know this
person.
group.
it's
Nobody
fine.
gets
It's fine. It might be all right.
I'm not giving no free
It's
slaps.
people
It's
people are
exactly. It's not
people
Free
free
were so,
slaps. Exactly.
I'm telling you right now, people were so bored with COVID that they started coming up with the stupidest fucking
Oh,
shit.
man.
Like,
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
about this though? What if we did this? What if we grabbed a gang of crates, right, and put some Tims on, and then stacked the crate? No, follow
We
me.
can
though.
traverse
Follow
my
me.
pool. We can try that. We can traverse the pool. We'll do it.
At your party.
Yeah,
Hey,
we'll do
real
it.
shit. Y'all know what I do. I do media. I will videotape everything. You know what I'm saying? I will
Yeah.
videotape and I will picture everything. All right,
Make sure
moving
you-
on to the next one. Bumper dump this. Well, I saw this and honestly, I didn't feel good about this, but I've been seeing a lot of positive things about it. And I was like, maybe I'm wrong. The Kobe Gianna statue placed at the crash site. Y'all with that?
Nope.
At the crash site? No, that's
No.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
absolutely hate that.
That's
Yeah.
wrong on
That's
so many.
weird.
What about the other?
That's
people,
weird.
right?
Right.
What
It
about
is
the other
weird.
people?
Exactly.
What about the other
Ramon.
7?
That's
What
just
about the other
weird.
people?
There's
Dump it.
absolutely nothing that
Not
I
even-
want to see about
To me,
this.
to me,
ever.
put the statue at the clinic
center?
that he had.
Why
at
is
the
there a
clinic he
statue?
had.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know- you know what?
Mamba
Yeah.
Mambacita
At the
Center
mom,
or
yeah.
whatever.
Put it there.
Put it there. You
Yeah,
know,
don't
like,
put that no
okay.
damn
not at the
crash
crash
site.
site. Like, I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
You
weird.
know how many people
Even
are
if
gonna
it was
try to
just-
just get there just to take a photo and just leave it
No.
alone.
Even if it was, even
No.
if it was just
No.
Bean and his daughter and the other passengers weren't in there, like even if it was just them two, it's still
No.
so weird.
It's the stupidest shit.
Okay,
And-
yeah,
Yeah,
dump it.
like B said, just put it at their their clinic
That
where
shit
they
in the
worked out
dumpster.
at, and then let it be. But they
The
shouldn't even
trash
have a selfie.
compactor.
Yeah, 100%. All right, the very last thing, and let's wrap this thing up.
Yeah.
The Tom Brady retirement fiasco. Is he retired or not? Y'all
No, let's go, Brady. No, make
What?
him pull that
No.
jersey off
Good.
of you.
He should retire.
Nah, you know
He's
what?
got
He should
nothing
go
else to
Kobe
do.
farewell tour. He should play one more season and get that farewell tour. No joke. He should.
I do find it
He
funny
should.
because I
He
think
should.
at this point he's only doing it because Adam Schefter said he was retired. And he was like, "Yo, I told you that over some cocktails. You was supposed to tell nobody then." But
Nigga,
Adam
I said
Schefter-
off the record, you asshole.
and Adam Schefter was like, "Yo, fuck it, run it." You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't. If he plays next year, I'm pulling my best Grayson Allen if I'm on one team and I'm trying to end him just because.
hilarious.
Nah,
That's just me.
man, I'm telling you, he
No,
should just have
people-
a
no,
farewell
people trying
tour
to do
like
that.
Kobe did. That would be awesome. He deserves that. He deserves that.
I think
He should.
I think he's gotten all his flowers. He's the best to ever do it. How many more flowers do we
I'm
need
just
to give
saying
him?
we want to know that it's his last year, so people.
I think
can
these last
save their
2
money
years
to go
have been
watch
his
him play.
farewell tour.
So you
Yeah,
think-
I'm
the
done.
Bucks
I'm done with
campaign-
Tom Brady.
So
This
you
Bucks
think?
campaign
Hold
has
on,
been his
hold on. So
farewell
you
tour.
think that the way like Roethlisberger went out this year was like we all knew it was his last year. Like,
Yeah.
Talking to me.
Yeah,
yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, like,
Roethlisberger's not a goat.
no, but I'm just.
Roethlis-
He's still a two-time
That's
Hall
Hall
great.
of Famer.
He's not that
Super Bowl,
guy.
and he's a first
but
ballot Hall of
He's
Fame.
not
a
that
first
guy,
ballot
Cal.
Hall of
He's
Fame.
I
not
get
that
it,
guy.
but
I don't
still,
know.
yeah,
I'm
but
just
Tom,
looking
still,
at
but
it
Tom
as-
was still arguably.
Well, Renee, what if he
Hey, put it
does
this
come to
way:
your team?
Ben
Like,
Roethlisberger is Paul Pierce, Kobe, and
That's
Brady.
fine.
There's two
That's
different
fine.
levels to this
That's
thing.
I understand that.
Renee, what if Brady comes
Paul
back
Pierce.
and then somehow you guys meet in the NFC
Been to more
Championship game
championships
and he
than Paul
takes your team
Pierce.
out? How are you going to feel about that?
Hey, it happens, bro. I just got taken out yesterday. What do you want me to say?
Okay.
And
And
it's,
here's
like,
here's
it's
the
not
last thing I would say
surprising
on that
Tom
note is it's not like Tom Brady's not playing at elite level. That kid still
That's
at the
the point.
league
He still is.
passing
That's the
yards.
That's
is
why
like
he should stay.
falling out of his ass per the usual.
Yeah.
Stay in
Here's
retirement.
it.
Yeah, I
Here,
agree.
okay,
I'm
but
just
here's
saying, just
here's
take
the
your
one
There's
thing.
farewell
been
tour,
no
man.
fall
You
off in that
deserve
dude's
it.
game.
here's the one thing I heard something this morning on my way to work, and it sort of rings true. At a certain point, don't you have to also be there for your family?
That's what
Like
I'm saying.
his,
One last
his
season.
no. But think about it. His son, his oldest son, right now is about to go into high school, and he hasn't been there for a majority of
year?
that time.
Half a year.
Okay, then what's one more
I'm
year,
just saying.
baby?
I'm
Come
just
on
saying.
now.
Nah. There is
just kidding.
something to
I'm
that,
just kidding.
man.
No,
There
no,
is
I'm
something
just- no,
to
B,
that
I am
about
totally
not
just
being
kidding.
there. You know, I mean, he's grinded already for 22 years, dude, or whatever it's been. Like,
I
Like,
hear
what
you.
else
All
does
I'm
he
saying
have
is,
to
what
prove?
else?
if he wants to
exactly,
come
what
back,
else does he
make
have?
it a farewell tour. That's all I'm saying.
Can I just say this? Is
I
how
think he
we are.
deserves a 100% farewell tour. That's what I
Renee
agree
said
with.
earlier,
Yeah, it's called
when
getting
asked
his
what
gold
people should
jacket
care
the first time around. Shit.
people should care about their kids. Tom Brady, take your ass back to the field. And on that note, hey yo, I would love to see.
FTK?
I appreciate everybody for tapping in. I don't know if we're gonna do a midweek report. If not, because there's nothing to fucking report on this week. And I don't know if y'all see us on Sunday because Saturday is
Maybe
gonna
on
be late.
Wednesday we'll have like a planning committee and actually plan some things for.
There we go. We
Oh
might.
my
Yeah,
do that.
gosh.
we've
Watch
been
your
doing
That sounds
this
mouth.
like
by
a
the seat of
brilliant
our pants
idea.
for the past
Maybe
couple
we do
weeks.
that one.
Yeah, fuck it. But I don't
Where
know
have
if,
you
if
been
the,
this whole podcast?
is the plan gonna be for us to do this again on Monday? Because you know Sunday is gonna be rough. It's just We'll
It is
see.
gonna be
Oh,
rough. Yeah.
it will
We'll
be
see.
rough.
We'll see how it goes.
Gonna be
But
rough.
hey, you know what? We appreciate everybody for tapping in with us.
Yeah, it is. I'll be there.
I appreciate all of y'all, and I can't wait to see y'all on Thursday or Friday or whenever I see y'all. But on that note, man, it's all love, it's all good. Peace out, man.
And when you coming in town,
WWE
Thursday.
podcast. WWE podcast.
Thursday.
I might slide by
WWE, baby.
on Friday.
Gang, gang.
I'm watching Raw right now, Rick.
I'll be
I'm watching Raw right now,
downstairs
Rick.
drinking.
I gotta finish Royal
I'm
Rumble.
gonna go
Cut that
shower and
YouTube.
wash my balls. I'm out.
Cut that
Peace,
YouTube.
y'all.
Peace, boys.
Ken
You
Says Podcast. Go Rams. OBJ.
There you go.
My homie.
Hey,
Hey,
damn it, that's what we
Bengals.
should have ended with. God damn it.
Cut that YouTube. You still
Bengals.
got the YouTube going.
Oh.
I've been telling you to cut the YouTube, man. It's still
Bengals.
going. They done heard
Well,
all
hey.
that.
Hey, OBJ, if you're here, then hop on a potty. I'm just saying.
Obi, why did you come to the Cardinals? We needed you, man.
Hey, Obi, I ain't got no beef with you. I already heard you coming to the Eagles next year, baby. Gang, gang. You look great in green. I know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. All right, can we shut it down now? I mean, shit.
That's you.
It's on you,
You
brother.
gotta shut down.
Oh, I have to shut it down.
That's what I've been saying.
Hey, is this
I was just gonna
Risky
walk
Monday?
away.
He's like, he's gonna leave it open. Everybody's gonna see everything that happens in your house and go.